I believe that the reason God created man was for management.
Really? I have never heard it put that way.
The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself.
God will never allow growth where there is no management.
Wow, wow, wow.
So instead of praying for things from God, pray for the management ability.
Everything I tell you is true. Everything I open my mouth and I say is correct because heaven directs me on what to say. Heaven will tell me and I will tell you it will come to pass in front of your eyes. Not behind you, you will see it happening.
God will withhold things from you if you cannot manage them.
When you look at the facts that something around 1 million people perished as a result of the actions of the British and Russian and Nigerian federal governments.
Vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. And the United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
It's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority.
Anybody who changes his principles depending on whom he is dealing, that is not a man who can lead a nation.
Excuse me. They can't tell me. No way. When the time comes, it's okay. What stupid country is this? So when you see you try somebody's secret, when you like, you try a secret. When you like it's in public, what stupid country is that? What stupid country is that, I ask you? When you like, you try in secret. When you like, you try in private. They are killing my people. 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 After killing my people, you tell me to tell in secret. The person is mad. Completely mad. Tell Buhari, that's what I said. That he is mad. He cannot tell me. He cannot tell me. He's a madman. There's a contempt of court proceedings here. Contempt of court. They don't obey court order. They don't obey court order. You're telling me secret trial. Is the person mad?
I, Nnamdi Kanu, will sacrifice anything sacrificable to make sure that Biafra comes.
We hereby declare no election, no 2023 general election in Biafra land. This no election in Biafra land has been activated. We are going to make it a task that must be done by every Biafran. All measures will be put in place to make sure the adequate civil disobedience is implemented to stop the election in Biafra land.
know the meaning of discovery? It means to bring to light something that is buried on the ground. If you can accept that, then you know that Biafra is coming. There is nothing man can do about it. It's too late. Way, way too late. The countdown has begun. Hi everyone, you're welcome to the live broadcast today, 16th, Friday 16th of December 2022. I want to welcome you all to this live broadcast today, and this is the Alliance in Focus program, live on Biafra Global Network. You're welcome, and especially today, of course, the weekend, and I know everyone here, everybody is talking about celebration and all of that. Talking about celebrating Christmas. We recognize Christ, we celebrate Christ, we recognize his presence here on earth, and the reason why he's been celebrated here on earth, because he came as a man and he came to die and save humanity. And another person that is designed to be a redeemer to Biafrans, in the sense of redeemer, I'm not talking about the Christ now, in the sense of our level here as Biafrans, is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is right in the custody of the DSS. And the news coming from yesterday from Aloy Ejimako is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been deprived of drugs, he's been deprived of food, he is deprived of the basic things that will sustain him and keep him healthy. He is being deprived. That is why we keep saying that this period, we are not going to be talking about celebrating. We recognize Christ. Christ came to die for us, yes. But we're not going to go around jamboreeing when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is languishing in the confines, in the dungeon, in the cagey spot of the DSS, sponsored by the people he called his own, by the so-called people that claim to always be with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that claim to be sponsoring or to be supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The defunct members of the DOS, so painful also his lawyer, Barrister Ejiofor, also a tool to keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the dungeon of the DSS. And today the news is that he is not having food to eat. He cannot access his drugs. Very painful, very horrible, very pathetic, very, very annoying, and very, very dehumanizing. And it's a mess, a slap on the face of Biafrans. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents every Biafran all over the nations of the world. Whether you like it or not, whether you stand for him or not, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents you. It is not important for you to actually think that you should be free. We are not concerned whether you think that you should be free. By your actions and inactions, we know that if we don't let everyone free, we are also going to be affected. It's just like when you have in a community, only one person is having everything he wants, and every other person is suffering. In that kind of situation, you know what happens? The man who has everything will be in danger, because one day the people hungry around him will clamp down on him. The same way also we believe that we are going to free Biafra as much as 98% of Biafrans, more than 98%, about 99% of Biafrans want freedom. Because we know if we don't free everybody, that 1% will become a danger to us. And that 1% can be very destructive. So we're going to hold that 1% and shut them up. But we are going to go with the 99% that wants freedom. And whether they like it or not, the 1% will come into freedom. That is why we're doing what we're doing. And I want to welcome you all to this live broadcast today. Actually, our guests are supposed to be here, and we're still waiting. But it seems I actually came earlier than the time we initially agreed. I don't know whether that's the case anyways. because it was formally said to be 5 p.m. Biafra time, and I actually put it on the time that we regularly have that we have already changed to our program, which is 4 p.m. Biafra time. So I want to welcome you all, and I hope that if they have the time, they will come in. Prince Ezem will not be here because he's bereaved. He actually has a family member who had an accident, so he's not going to be here. And so, please, Biafrans, pray for the lady, and pray for that God will give her, sustain her and heal her fast, and make sure that God keeps her and nothing will happen to the lady. And pray for the family of Prince Ezem, Ihenacho. He's supposed to be here, but he just sent a message that he will not be able to come because of the bereavement. I want us to pray for him, pray for the family member who had the accident. So please, let's do that. I want to go to the messages first before we go straight to discussing today. We are going to be looking basically on the issue now of we are supposed to do the achievement so far of the alliance. I'm going to do a brief talk about that. But first, we're going to be looking at the main concern right now, the bone of contention. Is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let me go to your messages first. I believe that today, messages are not being restricted. I don't know whether they have been restricted, but I can see some messages, about 7-8 messages have come in. So let me go straight to the messages and go through them, and then we can move on from there. Noeline, you were the first person yesterday. Today, you are the first person again. Noeline Adiambo, thank you so much. Hi to you also. And I appreciate you for being the first person here. I want to appreciate all of you who are watching. Please, as you're watching, like this video, share it on all your social media platforms, and then also subscribe to the channel if you have not. It's our responsibility to try to see that we do what we have to do the way we should do them, and make sure we circulate the gospel of truth all over the nations of the world. It is very, very critical, because we have to take over the media. Remember, when you have truth occupying critical positions and occupying critical places, you see that the world will become a better place. And that is why we want the truth to circulate, so that these evil media places, media platforms that is dishing out error and wrongs to our people and to the people of the world, and talking about the wrong things and trying to deceive many, would be put to shame. You can see all over, everywhere, you see them putting false messages. Today, Sahara Reporters is putting in false messages, and many of the media, Vanguard, all of them putting false narratives out there against Mazi Samanekpa and against the movement of Biafra. We know that is how they did it in 1967, to try to clamp down on Biafra so that they would name it a bad name and kill it. And they did that. Britain, Russia, Egypt, and all their partners, they all came together. They bombarded, they starved, they caused blockade. They did all they did for 3 years plus to actually put our people down. And in the end, they succeeded. And that is why God has given us the opportunity again, because God has empowered us with everything we need this time around to counter them. And that's one of the factors. And the basic factor of countering them, defeating them, is truth. And that is why you have to share the broadcast whenever we speak like this. Whenever we come with the gospel of truth, you share it on all your platforms and make sure that the people receive the message all over the nations of the world. I want to welcome you all again, and let me go to the messages. And we have a message from Kevin. Kevin Aposiano says, good afternoon, bro Casey. Water to the enemies of freedom. Yes, so water is the code. Water Pro Max. We are determined and we are not shaken. We are not shaken. They want to blackmail us with saying they are not going to give Mazi Nnamdi kind of food. Then they will now use their e-frogs and their evil media platforms to say, because we are killing Biafrans, they have refused to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu food because of what they will now use their evil platforms to begin to say, you see what you have caused because of your action. Because how does sit at home harm anybody? And besides, if we say sit at home, you decide to come out, what's our business? You have an instruction, sit at home, you decide to come out, and you are killed by the agents of Nigeria so that they will use you as a blackmail, so that they will use it to rubbish the concept of the sit at home. And so you want to make it now our problem. What's our business? If when we say sit at home, you refuse to sit at home, you come out, Nigeria kills you. That's your business. Because they say dog when they hear word, fly when they hear word, now they follow dead body enter grave. I've been in the follow sheet enter hole. However they put it. Fly when they hear word. They say sit at home. What is the big deal in sitting at home? What is the problem in sitting at home? Why is it that you are stiff-necked people? That's why God keep talking to the children of Israel. He said they are stiff-necked. He that is often reproved but hardens his neck shall suddenly be destroyed without remedy. That's without remedy. That's what scripture says. When they tell you, when you are told, given instruction, we are fighting for freedom. You want to make yourself a scapegoat. Go out. Anytime you hear sit at home, go out. And then you want to use it as you want to use yourself as a sacrifice so that the zoo will now blackmail us. It's not possible. Now look at how all over social media Simon Ekpa is killing people. He calls sit at home. How can somebody say everybody should sit at home and then it is tantamount to killing people? Does it make sense to you? If you say that it is us that is telling you to sit at home that's killing you, then why don't we kill you rather than saying you should sit at home? We should kill you when everybody's out so that we'll put it on the government. But why would you tell you to sit at home and then kill you? Doesn't make sense. If we are the ones killing, then what is the government doing? What is the government doing? Because they are the ones resisting our freedom. So what are they doing then? Ask that big question. If you say we are the ones killing, when we say sit at home, we now come to kill when we say sit at home. And we're doing everything to counter ESN is fighting and getting rid of the marauders in the bushes, in the terrorists in our bushes. And then we're still killing you. Then what is the Nigeria agents? What is the Nigeria agents doing? What are they doing? Ask yourself that big question. For those of you who are always saying that we are the ones killing, Mazi Simon Ekpa is killing. They are everywhere, writing everywhere. You are just wasting your time. You are writing for nothing. Because everything you are writing, Finland government will not respond to you. They know Mazi Simon Ekpa very well. They know who he is. He has been there. He has not been a criminal person. He has not committed crime before. He has not been arrested. He has not been jailed. They have his record. They have his track record. They have read letters about Biafra. They have information about Biafra. And they have given their consent to Biafra. So you writing gibberish and writing bullshit you are just fooling yourself. You don't do anything. Those of you who say they are going to have a meeting in Finland, they want to call an emergency meeting, looking for people, sending messages around. Come, we have an emergency meeting because of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Oh my God, our people are so stupid. You know, water is the code, my brother. That's it. Edith Nedu, good to have you here. Edith OJ. Okay, it is not Edith Nedu, it's Edith OJ this time. Edith OJ, it's been a long time. I saw you here. I don't know whether you've been here anyways, but it's been a while. I saw your message. Good to have you again. Hi, Mazi Kelechi. Good afternoon. Good afternoon too from here. And compliments of the weekend to your dishes. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Kelechi, well done. Thank you so much, man. You're welcome. Aubrey's dishes. Good to see you today. To have you. Do Kings West Side G Kings. Wonderful name. Good afternoon, sir. You doing good? Thanks. Thank you so much, Dudu Kings. Thank you. Dudu Kings West Side. You know, those days of Tupac, they say West Side. That's when you were hearing the West Side very well. You know, Eric Barry. Good evening. Mazi Casey. Thank you so much, Eric Barry. Good to see you here. Also today, again, as usual, you're always here. Whenever you're here, you send message. Everett Emedo, it's been a while. Where have you been? You know, Mazi Kelechi, you're doing a great job towards Biafran liberation. Remain blessed. He said, thank you so much, my brother, Everett Emedo. Good to see you again here and to get your message also. I'm here. Dana, good to see you again. Good to see you. I'm delighted always having Oduduwa people here. Ogunbiade, thank you, Dana. Good to see you here. Welcome to the program, Mazi Kelechi. God bless you all, God bless you all, the autopilots. Thank you so much, Diana, and love from here too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Diana. Good to always see you here. Whenever you're here, you send message, you know, and all of that. And you have been dedicated to the cause of this truth and mandate. Anyi, Nature, good to see you again. It's been a while. Greetings, bro. We, dear friends, appreciate your effort. Thanks. I appreciate you guys too. And for the fact that everyone is keeping feet to this gospel of truth. I appreciate you all also. Ikenna, Abab Lobi. Thank you, Ikenna. It's been a while. Good afternoon, Mazi Kelechi. Thank you, Ikenna, for coming, for being here also. Mrs. Adazayon, good afternoon, Bro Kelechi. Thank you so much, man. I believe you're strong and good now. Good to go. Thank you. Thank you for always being here, you know, every time. Thank you so much. Chukuk Kadibia, Mazi Kelechi. I'm sorry, Kelechi, believe me, Ifeanyi Ejiofor and DOS and co are planning evil against our leader's life. Yes, they are. We know they are planning evil together with the Nigeria contraption. Not just them. Remember, they have been sponsored by the Nigeria contraption. The monies they are receiving, everything they are receiving is from the Nigeria contraption. So we know that they have been sponsored by the Nigeria contraption. They are not just doing what they are doing, but they are doing it because the Nigeria contraption is sponsoring them. Remember, the purpose is the Fulani caliphate being installed in all aspects of the West to the sea. Their plan and their program has been that they're going to, throw the Quran into the sea. That means they're going to conquer every land. And that has been their program. And they are using people, greedy people. They are using people who are selfish. They're using people who are wicked. They're using people who are deadly. They're using cultists. And all of these people are cultists. They belong to one cult, and they believe that that cult will make them survive. They will live in affluence, live and have everything they want, and all of that. Being sponsored using the money of Biafra that is meant to develop the nation of Biafra. The Fulanis take the money and give these guys stipends, and then they go around doing the evils that they are doing. And these are the things we are saying. And that is why we are saying that enough is enough. We know they have evil against, they're planning evil against our leader, but he that is with us is greater than he that is in the world. They can't do anything to him. They can't do anything. So let me go on. I'll talk about that later. Tina Martinsas, I salute you, Umuchineke. Thank you so much, Tina. Good to see you here again. Good to have you. Adazion says, Kelechi, God is not unrighteous to forget your labor of love for the restoration of Biafra. Remain blessed. He said, thank you, man. Thank you so much. I say, he said to that, I'll keep doing it because I know it is the work of Chukwu Okike that has called us to do this work. Obris Dishes says you are 100% and 10% correct. It's proper blackmail. The propaganda is out of this world. Honestly, out of this world. Out of this world. It's so out of this world. God bless you, Mazi Kelechi, for doing this great work in the restoration of Biafra. Thank you so much, Kenneth Wankwo. Good to see you here. Thank you so much, my brother. Good. Thank you, Kenneth Wankwo. I appreciate you so much. Mary K, good to see you again today. Mazi, you are amazing. God bless you for your work for Biafrans and Biafra Nation. Thank you so much, Mary K. Good to see you again today here. I appreciate you so much, Mary. Thank you so much. Everest Emedo said Fulanis have placed food embargo against the Biafrans. Yeah, we're going to talk about it today again, within 24 hours, and nobody has complained or disobeyed until now. The Zoo media has suddenly gone deaf. Yes, my brother. Yesterday we talked extensively. Those of you who were not here yesterday, please go back to yesterday's broadcast. It was loaded. We talked about Brekete. We also talked about the food blockade, and all of that. None of them is complaining. The Fulanis are not complaining. Their people are not complaining. They are not saying that you are spoiling our business. This is season. We're in the season of making much money, and you are telling us not to supply food to the east, to Biafra land. If we don't supply food to Biafra land, we are going to lose millions and millions and millions of naira. Some of our foodstuffs will spoil. No. You know why? The mission is more important than the stomach. You see, these people we call nothing, these people we call stupid and senseless, actually have more wisdom than our people. Our people get so much, they become very stupid when their greed overrides their brain. Because of their personal interest, they can sell, oh Lord have mercy, the spirits of Esau. The spirit of Esau. Let me go on with the messages. So they have suddenly gone deaf, Everest. Honestly, it's so pathetic. The Honorable, good afternoon, Victor. Pastor Victor, good to see you here. I saw Adam here, so last time it confused me. Pastor Victor, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you from here. Thank you so much. Delighted to see you. Mary Ike, Mazi, let Biafrans Autopilot raise up marathon prayers for Biafra actualization. Yeah. You and I are part of the autopilot. We've been praying. Haven't you been praying? We have been saying it that everybody should keep praying. So we're praying. We don't need to organize a special program for that. Our prayers daily is tantamount to an amazing program for any kind of result we expect. Do you know why we've been succeeding? Do you know why that even the Nzama people, the E-Frogs and all the agents, they are all of them right now as I'm talking to you, all of them are actually promoting the cause of freedom. Do you know that these things they are doing is helping to push the cause of freedom? It's our prayers. God used the foolish things of the world to confirm the wise. Do you know that what they are doing now is helping us propagate the gospel all over the nations of the world? Do you know that they have to promote Mazi Simon Ekpa all over the nations of the world? Nobody can arrest him. Everybody in the world knows he's doing the right thing. So, but they, in their stupidity, they'll keep propagating and pushing. They're saying that I saw on one Fulani idiot, you know, he wrote on Twitter some hours ago. He said that yes, suddenly the no election man has been destroyed and decimated on Twitter. Now Facebook and on Facebook, and now you know, YouTube is the next. I just laughed. He doesn't know that what they are doing, that they are projecting the program, the project of Biafra. They are projecting Mazi Samaneba, pushing him to the ends of the world. People will ask, who is this man, Mazi Samaneba? People will now say he is fighting for freedom. That is the answer. That's all they need to know. Hey, he's a criminal. How is he a criminal? Why is the world not arresting him? People will be asking questions. They say he's a criminal. Why is the Finland government not arresting him? Why? They now probe into the matter. You now discover, oh, he's actually fighting for freedom. That is why the Finland government, because we know Finland government has integrity. They have integrity. So they will now say, okay, no wonder Finland government. They want to know why Finland government is not arresting him. You are helping us promote him. Keep doing your evil. You will promote him the same way you are doing your evil. The same way you will promote him. The same way the scribes and Pharisees were coming to the temple to discuss the issue of Jesus, calling people into the matter, asking questions. They were projecting the image of Christ. Did you know it? Oh, my. The time change of your program affected my presence. Oh, okay. I have to change because of you know, some personal and other activities, you know, surrounding both Biafra and my personal program, you know, just caused the change. So the time now is critically 4 p.m. every day. That is why I had to put this on 4 p.m. because it was supposed to be 5 p.m. But I had to put it for 4 p.m. you know, today, so that we'll be able to have a balance, you know. I don't know. We're still looking at 4 p.m. and 3 p.m. But for now, it is 4 p.m. So please just know that anytime it's 4 p.m. every day, we're going to be live here, you know, until we decide otherwise. But from now, it is 4 p.m. So Everest, I'm sorry about that. The change of time is out. It's just because it's beyond our control. I was here Friday. Wow, a long time. I was here Friday. Mazi Kelechi, you guys are doing a marvelous job. All the medium warriors. Thank you so much, my brother. Good to see you here. Good to have you, and thanks for the compliment. It is time for Chukwu Kikabiama show himself on behalf of Biafrans. Mary K, yes, he's showing himself already. He's showing himself strong, and he's doing marvelous things. Everything worked together for good. Check the book of Romans chapter 8. All things work together, verse 24. All things work together for good to them that love the Lord and are called unto his purpose. So everything we are doing work together for the grace and the manifestation of the word of the Lord. Diana Ogumbiade, he said those people are just fooling themselves. They are working for the blood money that was paid to them, and they will all perish like a flame. Mad people everywhere in Nigeria. Yes, that is it. They are working for the blood money that they are taking, just like Judas took the blood money and committed suicide. He died of that. That money will always kill them. That is, look, check it out. Anywhere betrayal and all of that, you keep stealing and all of that, you will end up one day very messy. That is what happens. So definitely the law of that is going to catch up with them. Millions of Biafrans, the blood of millions of Biafrans, they take it in cash, you know, and betray the blood of millions of Biafrans in cash. So it will definitely, it will definitely, destroy them. Mary Ike says, all things work together for good for, let them hold their poison food. Let them hold it. Today, I'm going to be telling you that Autopilot has decided by Mazi Samanepa, we have decided to begin to take care of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's food feeding, 2 million every month. And we know they're going to steal some of the money. I'm going to play the video to you shortly. Let me play the video before I carry on with the messages. Let me play the video here. Or let me quickly go on with the messages so that we can just go straight to the preaching. Good analysis, Mazi. Olu Muyiwa Adekunle, good to have you. Olu Muyiwa Adekunle, good to have you here. Good to have you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. It's been a long time. After the Koiki time, when Koiki was here, I didn't see you again. Good to have you. Thank you so much for joining. That's why I'm saying their food blockade comes during the season when they sell perishable goods like tomatoes, carrots, cabbage, all the things that are necessary for celebration of Christmas. They say they're not more going to bring it. They're not complaining. They're not concerned about their economy, their pockets, their resources, their goods perishing. They're not concerned. But we are concerned about not eating for 5 days. That is how foolish and how you can see now between these two people, who are those who are very intelligent. As simple as that. The Fulanis, they don't complain. When they want to achieve something, they know the difference between mission and the belly. They know that when it comes to mission, the belly is insignificant. They know that when it comes to mission, the belly is insignificant. So they don't talk about food. They are talking about blockade here, and they executed it within 24 hours. No Fulani person has complained. Nobody has talked about it. Even the so-called governors and all of that have not said, why are you starving our people, our so-called fellow Fulani people? They need money to continue to do their things. They need money to feed. Some of them depend on these goods you sell, you know, and to work and all of that to make some stuff, to make ends meet. But now you are refusing to supply the East. Now they are going to be going hungry. Nobody is talking about it. You know why? Mission is fundamental to life's continuity. Hence, they understand the place of mission, because if you are going to talk about the sustenance of the belly, you need mission to be accomplished. So when mission is accomplished, belly will be satisfied. So in the meantime, when mission needs to receive the boost by sacrifice, when mission receives boost by sacrifice, the belly suffers, you know, because it's temporary. You know, the suffering you have at the time you receive. That was why Jesus went for 40 days fasting. And when the devil came to him with food, he said, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word, by mission. Because mission sustains every other thing. Even the belly will receive satisfaction at the right time when mission is accomplished. That is the fact. When you put mission in the right perspective, but here we have Biafrans, so-called intellectuals, so-called intelligent people. They put belly before mission. They don't understand that freedom would portend better life for their belly. Because they are stealing the resources of the people, because of what they are doing, they also want the people to keep being impoverished so that they will come and flaunt themselves and flaunt their wealth and behave as if they are on top of the world to Biafrans. That is why they are doing what they are doing. That is why they are talking about food when people should be talking about mission. Misplaced priority. We are talking about mission. We are talking about freedom. Somebody is talking about food. That is how useless they are. That is how senseless they are. They don't understand what it means to sacrifice for mission. They don't understand the place of sacrifice in the pursuit of mission. They don't understand the place of mission in accomplishing by sacrifice. They don't understand the details of all of these factors. And so they keep doing the wrong thing and expecting to get a different result. My brother, my sisters, these people are horrible. Some of them, they know the repercussion. They know what they are doing because they are criminals. They are criminals, so they know what they are doing. They want to put you because they feel that people are stupid. They feel that people are hungry. So because people are hungry, they believe that when people are hungry, people become more emotional because they want to quickly satisfy their hunger. So they believe that at the point of your hunger, you become more emotional than reasonable. And so they feel that they can now tap, or they can now speak to your emotion, or they feel now that they can just influence your emotion by telling you that you need food. Please eat. Don't mind this Biafra thing. It's not by sit at home. Just eat. They want to get you by accessing your emotion. So they put you in a emotional breakdown, emotional situation, a situation that warrants urgent emotional attention. And that is the situation of hunger, the situation of starvation, the situation of lack. That is why they never do the things they should do. They don't provide infrastructure. They don't provide basic amenities. During the COVID time, they locked up the whole palliatives, even if the palliative did not come from them, coming from the United Nations and all of that. They locked up the whole palliative. They kept you in hunger because they know in hunger, they can all easily access your emotion, and whatever they sell to you, you will buy. Whatever narrative they sell to you, you will buy. Whatever thing they do to you, you will take it. Because they know now you are vulnerable. At the point of vulnerability, you concentrate more on emotional satisfaction. You don't reason well. And at the point of vulnerability, you reason with your emotion rather than your senses. And anytime your emotion is reasoning, takes the place of your emotion. Anytime your emotion takes the place of your reasoning faculty, you are going to always do the wrong thing. That is why we tell people to sit at home. They will refuse to listen because some of them are desperate to do business. Some of them just want to disobey. Some of them are wicked. They want to come out. And now they are killed by the Nigerian agents. And now they want to still put it. They kill them. They want to put it on us. So that's what we're saying. So now the food blockade comes during the seasons, yet they seem not to care. They don't care about it. They are not concerned because it is not the priority. Food is not priority. Food is something that is it's not permanent. It just comes and goes, and you just eat, and for after some hours it goes away. So they understand all of those details, and that is why they understand the place of mission, and they understand the place of food. So they know what is more important. They know what is more important. So let me read on. Mary Ike says, one of my sister sent a video to me this morning showing Mazi MSC was arrested. Look at this here. Don't mind those people there. They don't see. You people should just concentrate. Nothing will happen to Mazi Samanepa. Nothing will don't worry. It is normal. I told you people the other time, on Tuesday, right, when we had the break in the sit at home. I told you people now that the propaganda level will go high now. Remember, we're in the stage of getting Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave us 3 stages. They will kill us, we will kill them. In the end, Biafra will come. 3 stages. We have passed the stage of they will kill us, they are still killing. In this stage now, we have entered the stage of the dragon flag, we're killing them back. And now, it is now for Biafra to come. So we're in that stage. They are going to do lots of things. You saw Mazi Samanepa this afternoon. He spoke this afternoon. I'm going to play the message of his voice today so you can see it and you listen to what he said. So let me play it now so that I'll continue with the messages, the reading out the messages. So just listen to this now, please.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. This is the 16th day of December 2022. And we are very, very angry. We are not happy. The news coming from the DSS dungeon from Abuja suggests that the DSS no longer provide food for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in their custody, illegally in their custody. And we have also read in the news that the family of our leader has been able to raise 1 million naira for his feeding. So when we say that the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone beyond family business and family matter, this is where we come in. So for this reason, from today, the auto-piloted IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be making available every month 2 million naira for his feeding. The reason it is going to be 2 million for his feeding every month will be because we know that the DSS, this same DSS, will be stealing from that money because Nigeria are criminals. The security agents, they are criminals. Most of these people, they will be stealing from the money. So we are going to do everything possible to provide 2 million for his feeding. We don't want them to feed him again. We don't need their feeding. So, but when we provide this money every month, we'll be expecting that at no point in time will they starve Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from today going forward.
So you see, they are starving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of over 18 million people. The leader of over 80 million people is starving. And they are using food as weapon. They refuse to provide his medicine, his drugs. They are starving him. But we are assuring them that what they are doing, they will suffer for it. You see, the way we are going to crush Nigeria, all these people will not survive it. I tell you, all these politicians, these Fulanis, let me not go too much on that. So now you have that message. Now you see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being starved. He's not allowed to take his drugs for 9 days now. Today is the 10th day. They are not providing his drugs. They refuse to feed him, saying they don't have money. But we know that they are thieves. Of course, 2 million naira now will be given to them every month to feed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that 2 million naira, they will steal from it. They will go and buy nonsense. They will give him food, nonsense food, and then they will steal the remaining. We know them, they are thieves, but we let them eat. That money, as they steal from it, it is killing them. It is like poison. It is like poison injected into their veins. As much as we're giving them that money, as much as they steal from that money that we're going to give to them, it will cut their lives and their generations. I tell you, we don't need even to say it on live program, because it is the money of Biafrans. It is the blood money of Biafrans. That 2 million naira will be given. Anyone who steals from it, we know they're going to steal because they are blinded. They don't care. They don't care to die. They prefer to die than to live. So as much as they steal from it, they will suffer it. That's it. They'll suffer it. That's it. So my brother, Afro Emmanuel, good evening from here, my corner. Mr. Kale, thank you so much, Afro. Good to have you here. Please, if you want to call in, because today we're going to be interacting as much as I'm preaching, we're going to be interacting. You can call in, and the number, of course, you should know the number. The number is +212 707 898 194. +212 707 898 194. +212 707 898 194. Let me read the message of Mary Kay. She said, I called her and told her it's a lie. Fulanis do marathon using Amajuris in their mosques. Yes, that's what they do. You know, they can't do anything to Mazin Namdekan. They can't do anything to him. So they can't do anything to Samanepa. My sister. So tell her not to bother. All those are lies. They are lies. In any attempt to destroy Simon, they have actually promoted him. Just as Jesus Christ said, if I be lifted up, I will draw all men to myself. He lifted him up on the cross. People were drawn to him. The same principle applies in the case of Mazi Samanekwa. They are lifting him up by pushing him and promoting him. They don't understand that they are lifting him up. And as they are lifting him, he is being popular. The whole world is coming to know who is Simon Ekpa. The whole world is saying, who is Simon Ekpa? When Jesus was on the cross, people were passing. They said, who is this Jesus? They saw it, King of the Jews. They said, who is this Jesus? And the people started giving them gist and stories. He said he's the King of the Jews. He said he's this. He did this. He did this miracle. He did that. He did that. And then when that news, and he said he's going to rise and in the next 3 days, let's watch if he's going to rise. People became curious. But suddenly he rose. And then the whole world today talks about the Christ because he was lifted. Mazin Namdekan have been lifted. Mazin Simon is now lifted. The two of them have been known all over the world. When they extraordinarily renditioned Mazin Namdekan, they lifted him up because the whole world is saying, this man that is extraordinarily renditioned, that UK is not saying anything about. How come UK is not saying anything about it? They begin to ask questions. Then they begin to understand, okay, the reason why UK is not saying anything about it, because he's fighting against the greed of UK. UK is stealing his resources, stealing the resources of his people. And UK, also, he telling UK to free the people they have caged all these years. That is why. Okay, we now understand. Now, Mazin Namdekan has been known all over the world. Now, Simon Ekpa also has been pushed. And they said he's disobeying the order of Mazin Namdekan from the dungeon. I saw one publication today. They said Mazin Namdekan states those who are sponsoring, I think it's Vanguard also, those who are sponsoring, criminality. Mazin Namdekan, those who are sponsoring the sit at home, Mazin Namdekan names their sponsors. You see, when people are selfish, when people are envious and jealous, they begin to set up narratives that make no sense. How can you say somebody who is in dungeon is now the investigative? He's now into investigation. He has done his from the dungeon. He has done investigation to know those sponsoring the sit at home, to know those sponsoring Mazin Samanekpa, when he is actually the one that have anointed Mazin Samanekpa and giving him the mandate, and he is speaking to him in the realm of the spirit. Some of you don't understand this. Everything Mazin Samanekpa does is connected to the spirit of Mazin Namdekan, because the spirit of Biafra is doing the cross programming here, from this corner to this corner, using the same. See, as Mazin Samanekpa pushes this thing, it is actually Mazin Namdekan that is actually motivating it and pushing it from his corner. Spiritually, he's in control of it. He is pushing it and promoting it. Mazin Samanekpa is executing everything because the spirit is from one source. So you should understand that. So forget all this narrative. Now we're going to be talking about Brekete a little. I'm going to give you a video of Brekete, and one particular video of his criminality, of his devilish personality, of how evil he is. I'm going to play the video of how evil he is. That man called Brekete. I think I gave you people analysis yesterday. I don't know. If you didn't watch it, please go back to yesterday's broadcast. It is live there. You will see about 24 hours ago. Just check it. The analysis I gave about Brekete. Very critical analysis about Brekete, and also about the Fulani Arewa press brief. Just check it out. You will get the meaning, and I'm going to say more a little about it today also, so that people can understand this. I'm going to play the video of that man called Brekete, how evil he is and how demonic he is. People don't understand it. People don't understand it, but we're going to talk about it. So let me go to the messages there. So the messages seem to be much now. So let me quickly read them quickly, and so that I can now come straight and begin to talk. We're already having 45 minutes here. That's why they agree with one mind to do evil. Our people are too wise for our own good. That's it. Our people seem to be too wise. You know, my brother Adekunle says they are focused on mission, not their belly. That is it. The Fulanis are focused on mission, not their belly. Don't you see the guys who come to kill? Don't you see the boys they send to kill? They look lanky and lean. They look like people who are look at their clothes, look at everything. They look, but our people want to wear Gucci. They want to wear, you know, Nike. They want to look good. They want to look good and betray their people. But these ones, they don't care how good. They collect ransom of millions, but yet look at them. They're looking hungry. They're looking haggard. They are not constant. Their money goes for weapons. The money goes for their mission. They don't believe in. They believe that they have to live a low life. That is what their religion has made them understand. They have to live a life that is slow, but they must fulfill mission. The Fulanis understand the principles of how to fulfill mission. The principle of holding on to the concept of sacrifice rather than the concept of the belly. Any mission that is concentrated on the belly it's never fulfilled. Look at those people who are talking about OB today, OB here. What? Look at everything. Is it not about the money? Some of them believe that when OB comes, they're going to get contracts, they're going to get government positions, they're going to be given contracts, they're going to be given positions, they're going to be given. Look at it. Look at even those people who are pursuing after Tinubu. Look at it. Oduduwa people who are fighting for Oduduwa, they are strong and they know what it means to pursue mission. They are not connected. They are not concerned about the money Tinubu is going to give them. They're not concerned about it. Those in Biafra who are fighting, true Biafran fighters, know what it means. They know what mission is. But look at these people that the Fulanis have put over all the places. People like Tinubu and all their people like Uzodimma and all the stooges and people like Obi, all of them. Look at them. All their concern is their belly, rather than the safety of the people, rather than the security of the people, rather than the well-being of the people, rather than the peace of the people. Now somebody was asking me about peace, talking about peace, and I told the person, how do you get peace? Somebody was asking me that we need peace. You know, I saw one man, he say, is it Husseini or something? I think he works with channel Arise TV. I was looking at his post on Twitter, and he said something. He said, let there be peace in the Southeast. And I told him, I said, he's not intelligent. You know why he's not intelligent? Rather than look at the issue of why there is no peace, he is coming to talk about the concept of bringing down the agitation for Biafra, for peace to reign. Now, how can you tell me that asking for freedom becomes is not? I keep still asking them: is Hausa nation asking for freedom? Why are they killing the Hausas? Are the Benue people asking for freedom? Why are they killing the Benue people? Are the Bagis in Abuja asking for freedom? Why are they killing them? Are the people in Zamfara asking for freedom? Why are they killing them? Why is it that they are killing the people who are on their own, who are not asking for freedom? Because the issue is not about the freedom you are asking for. The issue is about your land and taking your land and taking control. They want to send all their Fulanis to occupy the whole land and take the resources that are in your land. And so in this context, peace is defined by war. Because they have brought war to you, you must fight to restore peace. There is no way you can talk about peace in the midst of chaos, especially when that chaos is motivated and sponsored by an evil intention of domination, of subjugation, and of total control of taking your property and land. When a thief comes to your place to kill you and to take your property, when you have the opportunity, you defend yourself by killing the thief. That's how it's done. It's a natural principle. That is why in laws of nations, even in the United Nations Charter, we have the principle of self-defense. Self-defense, that before you can get peace, you must get rid of the Fulanis. It's as simple as that, because they have come with war. So you cannot talk about Fulanis and getting peace. You cannot talk about peace in the zoo unless you separate from the killers. That is the solution. If you think that peace will come by election, then sorry is your name, you are not educated. Whether you have a BSc, whether you have PhD, whether you have doctorate degree, whatever degree you have, if you think that peace will come by voting any of the three candidates that you have at your disposal right now, you are very daft, you are very stupid, you don't know what you're doing, you are brainless. It doesn't matter the qualification you have. After all, the qualification you have is you went to study somebody's mind. Everything you studied as a course was put together by somebody who didn't even, maybe that person didn't even have a degree, but was blessed by knowledge to put those things down. You go to study their mind without having a mind of your own. You went and studied and got a degree, but you didn't have a mind, a wisdom to actually apply what you have studied from their own wisdom. So when you talk about that, you are being foolish. You know why? Because you cannot get peace, you cannot get security, you cannot get what you want to get on a constitution that doesn't guarantee you that. In the constitution, they are not obliged to give you anything. That is why when they build bridge, they would do a ceremony to dedicate the bridge. They carry out a ceremony, and you begin to applaud them. I saw this Oseni, or whatever his name is, in Arise TV, talking Arise Television or something. That program they do always. He was talking about kudos to the Southeast people for the third mainland and the fourth mainland bridge. Fourth mainland, is it what they call it now? The second Niger bridge. And I was telling him, I said, oh my God, I said, Chai, who did it? You people, you see, when you see them broadcasting, when you see them coming on air talking, you will think that they are intelligent. They are just opportune to have them. In the zoo, they give you a certificate because you are brainwashed. It is brainwashed people they give opportunities. It is people who are ignorant and daft that get the opportunities. You think if I go to one of the media houses, they won't give me employment because I will not come to tell them lies. I will not say the lies. I will say the truth. They will never give me employment because the first broadcast I'm going to do, I'm going to ask, this thing is not true. If you tell me to broadcast something about Southeast, I'll tell you this news is not true. This is not correct. I'm not going to do it because how much can you pay me to make me lie? How much do you want to give to me to lie? How much do you don't want to pay me to lie? How much will the Zoom media pay? How much are these guys receiving? This Oseni or whoever, whatever their name is, with that the other one who always comes to show himself and want to behave proudly. What's the name of the other man? And that Arise Television or something like that. And all this their mainstream media where lies is the main thing or the bone of operation here. How much are they paid? How much are they making? But they could lie. They can sell their conscience for how much? Their salary may be 200,000 or 300,000, but they are selling their conscience for mere 200, 300,000. They are selling their conscience to lie. They are lying against millions. Look at people like what's I was saying here, and the other man. I'm trying to remember the other man's name. I don't know if somebody can remind me the man's name. Let me see the messages because it seems I've gone to. I'm not saying Ruben Abati. Somebody Louis Peters have said it. Ruben. Look at how much are they earning? How much are these guys earning? Yet they can lie. Ruben is a Biafran, but yet he will lie against his own people. He will lie to keep his people down. Let me say he's too paid. They don't pay. They can pay him up to 500,000. But let me just say they pay him 500,000 naira. Is it because of 500,000 that I would go and sit down on a media every day? My children will be watching me. My family will be watching me. That thing they are watching will be there in the next millions of generations to come. They will see this grandfather lying, this ancestor. By then I would have become ancestor. Maybe in the next 10, 20 years, I will become an ancestor. I'm sorry, not 10, 20 years. Sorry. And in the next 100 years, say 10, 20 years. I'm not dying now. It's not possible. God forbid. In the next 20 centuries or 30 centuries or 40 centuries or 50 centuries or 60 centuries, somebody like Ruben Abati they will now look at him. His children will now look at him as an ancestor. They will now look at his video. They will now want to watch the video of the ancestor. They say this ancestor was lying about his own people. Lying about his own people. You can imagine. It goes beyond your generation if you don't know. Whatever you do now about Biafra goes beyond your generation. Today, do you know why the attacks have come? As soon as that 6th of November announcement of the alliance, of this alliance, and they began to see how people like Igbo, how people like Simon, how people like Papa, what's his name now? you know, then Yoruba leaders who are in support of freedom, when they saw that thing, they started. That is when the whole thing, that was when Major Fortune tactics. That was when he started coming all out, talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saying this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu condemning this. That is when he now came through and showed himself. Look at Ruben Abati, and that's Oseni. Oseni is saying he's applauding Southeast for the Niger Bridge, second Niger Bridge. For God's sake, in this generation of people, just last 2, 3, or 4 days ago, America returned from the moon, and unmanned jets that went to the moon, went around the moon for 3 weeks, just returned and landed on the sea, on Sunday. Just returned from the moon. We are talking about the bridge. Oh Lord have mercy. You see, when you are led, but you can never be, when you want to see a people, watch who leads them. When you want to know the level of the intelligence of the people, check out who leads them. Mike Dame, yes, the bridge is not even completed, but he's applauding because he wants to sell Obi. He was, in fact, on Twitter today, he's just constituting nuisance. He'll say, who is Obi? What is Obi to you? They're asking stupid questions. And Nigerians, I'll call them Nigerians. Nigerians are responding to him, sending him messages. Thank you so much, MP3 Gaga TV. They weaponize poverty. You know why? So that when people like Berekete come online and say he's a human rights person, you will follow him, and then they will be giving him the program. They will be selling the program to him. They will be giving him the program to narrate to you, and that program will be keeping, like what religious people do, like what so-called ministries, churches do. Poverty has become a weapon in their hands. So whenever you come, they must give you a story that relates to poverty, linking it to your father's house, linking it to the spirits, linking it to your household. Then they will now raise prayer points because they know that poverty has a grip on your emotion. So when it comes to things like talking about stories that have to do with something happening, something going wrong somewhere, because you are already an emotional slave personality, somebody who have been captured by emotion, through the emotion, they know that you will naturally fall. So when they bring up a prayer point, oh my God, that is why you see when you go to Mountain of Fire, all those places where they tell you that they are praying, they always believe in demons and trying to pray against demons. You see the way people. I told us the other time about the story when I think it was I can't remember the year now. Somebody invited me to Mountain of Fire. I'm not against anybody, but I know that what they are doing there is bordadash. I don't know. I don't know for whether you are attending that. I keep telling you people that when I'm talking like this, don't say because I hate pastors. I'm also a pastor, so I'm talking on the auspices of a. So when I'm talking, I'm telling you from what I know, because I know the God I'm serving. I know what the people are doing. You too can testify. In fact, I can tell you a story of a lady who came to me. See, poverty has become now. Let me tell you the story. From one of the churches. I'm talking about the churches that you know in the zoo. If I call the name of the man now, you'll be shocked. He's a Biafran. If I call the name of his ministry now, you'll be shocked. But for now, I will not say the name of the ministry. I'll not say his name. This lady told me the story in 2014. In 2015, I was shocked. She was trying to talk to, because I do counseling, so she was trying to talk to me now to counsel her on an issue, and she said, Gerard Ogunla say Ruben ape face Abati, and this other guy also said, I don't know what the name you called him there. Let me see the name you called him. Ape face. Is it ape face? Ruben Epe Abati. Abati, very useless man. Ape Abati. Okay. Still, Louis Peter say Ape Abati. Okay. Gerard says Ruben ape face. I don't know why he got that face on his name, because they call him Ruben something face Abati. I don't know why he put that face. Is it that they just actually looked at him, and after the face well constructed the way it is, they now decided to add face to his name? Or his parents after looked at him and said, no, this person must have something about face on his name, and they gave him that face. Or he grew up to understand that his face is actually, looking like a result of sacrifice. So he needs to actually add face to his name, you know, and all of that. So, so now let me give you the story. This lady came to me and she was seeking for my counseling and all of that. She said something. I'm talking about in Lekki, where I was pastoring a church in Lekki at Osapa, London. If you know Osapa, London, then I was a pastor at Wisdom Chapel. If you know Wisdom Chapel, so I'll name it so you go and search whether I was a pastor there or not. So people don't say he's saying he's a pastor. Who know whether you're a pastor, whether you're lying? Go there and ask for Wisdom Chapel at Osapa, London, opposite Jakonde Estate, where you have Lekki Beach. And he said, you know, she said to me, she said that she went to her brother who is worshiping in so ministry, you know, and then the brother told her that she should come, that the pastor would pray for her and she will get the deliverance, and because she's looking for a husband, you know, and all of that, and also she's thinking of business, you know, her business going, because her business was not growing, so she needs a husband, she needs a good business. Okay, you know the church, right? I know the church very okay. Louis Peterson. You ask of Wisdom Chapel there, you know, and so nobody will say he's coming here to lie. I pastored there in 2013, as far as 2013. So, you know, so I'm not coming here to say stories. You know, Wisdom Chapel. The bishop of that is Bishop Ogedengbe. He's the owner of Wisdom. The headquarters is at Egbeda, you know, Egbeda mainland in Lagos. So I'm not saying what I'm telling you, true story. And she told me that so she went to the brother's church, this particular church. The headquarters is at I can't remember where the headquarters is, but it's a popular name that you know. And if I call the name now, you'll be surprised. And the name of the man, let me not call the name of the man. She now told me that the man now, when she got there, because she discovered that you have to register 5,000. You register to have counseling. You register 5,000, whether you're poor, whether you're rich. What they don't care where you're getting the money from. 5,000 can't pay. You pay 5,000 and register to receive counseling from a so-called GO. People, when she got the sick crowd, now each of those people paid 5,000 each. That means each day he does his counseling, every morning that he does his counseling, he's making millions of naira. As simple as that. That's your business. If to him, whatever you think about him, that's your business. He's doing the work of the Lord. That's what he will tell you. So she paid the 5,000. When she got in, when it's got to her turn, she's after sitting down. You know those GOs, they will keep the people sitting. After people have registered and paid money, they will keep the people sitting. They will not come in the afternoon. They will not come like Lord. Everybody begin to bow down. Welcome, sir. Bow down and everything. And she now, and you know, it now got to her turn. She now got in. She now told the man her problem, that she doesn't know why she's not. No man is talking to her. Beautiful lady. I'm talking a very beautiful lady. No man is talking to her and all of that. And also, of course, she wants to also to grow her business and all of that. Along the line, you know what the man did? The man told her that she's a fine lady. She said, "Thank you, sir." She said, he now brought out his penis. She told the lady to come and suck his penis. And that's how she went to, you know, religion. Why I'm saying this is because of Brekete. I'm going to play the video of Brekete now to show you what he is doing to people, to tell you how they use poverty as weapon. They use your vulnerability, because at the realm of poverty, they capture your emotion. The only thing that people need to do to put you under them is to capture your emotion. And one of the things they can use is poverty. 2, slavery, because in slavery, of course, you have poverty too. They keep you, they must do that thing, that situation, when they make you lack something. As soon as you lack something, you will be desperate. At that point, you will be thinking with your emotion rather than thinking with your senses. And when you think with your emotion, you will always take the wrong decision, because the emotion is not the instrument of thinking or reasoning. The emotion is not for reasoning. You need your reasoning faculty, your thinking faculty, your reasoning faculty, your IQ to reason. When you reason with your emotion, you begin to take wrong decisions. That is why they weaponize poverty, hunger, so that they will put you in that situation. Now she went and started sucking the man's penis. Sucking the man's penis. I said, "What? You mean you did this?" She said, "Yes, she did." She was telling me, because she's trying to make me help her, pray for her and all of that, seek my counsel, that maybe this is what she did that actually is making her still not get anybody or a husband or something, or things are not going well for her, maybe because of what she did with that man. Because she said, I think she did that with the man in 2010, and this is 2015 now, 5 years ago. Things have gone worse. So she's now thinking that what she did was actually a worsening situation for her. And I said, but you had sex with him. She said she was trying to dodge on that. She didn't want to be straight. I said, that's not true. Now she paid her 5,000, registered to go and suck a GO's penis. She registered with her money, went, take her transport, paid her money, went to register with 5,000 to suck one GO's dick, and then she's still suffering. That is what they have used religion to do to the minds of the poor people. That is what they have used poverty to do to the people. That is why they can tell you, when we talked about sit at home, that you have to eat. Because you know why? Poverty, they know they have weaponized poverty. So when they tell you you must eat, you'll be happy. I have Dr. Ngozi in the house here right now. I'm going to be bringing her live here so that we can just, do this thing together. Because other people, Prince Ezem, as I told you, is not here because he's bereaved, so we have to allow him on that. And I think my Oduduwa people, maybe they think it's 5 p.m. I don't know whether I didn't communicate it earlier, but I don't know. But anyways, we have Dr. Ngozi here, so we are good to go. We are effective. We can always do what we have to do, and all of that. So you're welcome, Doctor. Good to have you live on Biafra Global Network, the Alliance in Focus, even if we're looking at matters arising, circumstances and situations around us today. People like issues like blockade, issues like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu situation and the weapon, and against the people, the weapon of hunger and all of that, and of course the issue of blockade, the issue of Arewa's pronouncements, and not minding that it will affect their own economy. But we are always too reasonable to think that anything we do will affect our own economy. Such kind of situations, we're just looking at general issues. These are situations that also are intertwined with the issue of the alliance, because now we see that the alliance actually opened the gates of hell and people began to take bold steps to prove that they're saboteurs, especially people like Ejiofor, who now came all out after the alliance announcement and the press brief of the alliance on the 6th of November 2022. Welcome live on air. Please say hi to Biafrans before we go forth.
Thank you so much, Kelechi, and thank you so much for all Biafrans and Nigerians and the world that are listening to this broadcast. My name is Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, and we are here today to discuss some of the pertinent issues that are inherent today in our country, Nigeria, and what we as Biafrans, what we need, what we want, and the dangers and the problems and the successes being recorded, and how we all as human beings can be free, free to live, free to express our opinions without fear or favor, free to develop our country, free to develop our motherland, based on all the knowledge and expertise and experiences most of us have acquired abroad. So we need to take the same development back to our people to grow our country. So these are some of the other things Kelechi will be presenting today, is what I think we're going to be talking about. Thank you so much, everybody, for signing in.
Yes, basically, because we are targeting Biafra in the next 79 days to accomplish the work which Chukwokike have started, and we know that fundamentally the reason why we have to go leave Nigeria is because we have everything it takes to change the world and do better things for our nation and to transform Africa. So if Africa will be redeemed, then Biafra must be restored. And that is basic. Nobody can change that fact, because all over the world, Biafrans are doing marvelous. And yet, I keep telling us that in spite of whatever we think we have achieved as Biafrans all over the nations of the world, we have not achieved up to 10% of what we are supposed to achieve, because we are in foreign land. And when you are living under a land that is not yours, you are restricted. However you look at it, you are restricted, because you will not fully maximize and utilize everything you have. And that is why we say we want Biafra, so that we can fully exude the concept and the aptitude we possess and bring about a nation that will transform the world. What do you have to say about that, Doctor?
I think you're absolutely in order. The spirit of Biafra, what we're trying to do is we are trying to create a country where, like I said earlier, we can export what we all have learned abroad. We want to export it to our own country, to grow our country, to grow Biafra. I keep telling people that this idea of all of us just being together for the sake of being together, because one thing is that when people become very comfortable in their own zone, making any move becomes very difficult for them. So some will rather stay where they are, regardless. Even if somebody is going to step in tomorrow and just butcher them into pieces, they will rather fear. Our greatest enemy is fear. When we cannot conquer our fear, it becomes difficult to make any move. So fear is what is holding some of our people, not just some of them, in making any move or making that decision that they want to be free. They want to live in a free country. They want to say things. They want to develop. They want to have access to so many things, just like they have it in developing countries. I'm not even going to say in developed countries. So that quest for freedom for Biafra, it didn't start today. It didn't start yesterday. It's not going to stop tomorrow. That is why it's very, very important that the government listen to the people. At the end of the day, the government still have to listen to the people. We still have to sit down on the table and discuss these things. So why don't we do it now? Why do we, despite a lot of people have been talking, the prophets, the security chiefs, ex-presidents of Nigeria and outside Nigeria, people have been calling on the Nigerian leadership. You need to listen to people. Because at the end of the day, that is what is going to happen. So whether the government wants to do it now or want to wait maybe after the election, now I'll be out of this problem. No, this problem is not going to stop. The mark of a true leader is to confront a problem and tackle that problem from the root and find out the way for that problem to be resolved. There are no two ways about it. Kinetics will not get it. Shooting people will not get it. Killing people if they express their opinions, it will not get it. At the end of the day, people still have to sit down on the table and discuss their problem. Nigerians need to sit down on the table and discuss their fundamental problem, which stretches from the wrong constitution to these terrorist invaders into the country, to so many of the things, lopsidedness in the spread of countries' leadership positions, and just so many things. And when people are talking and the leadership does not want to hear, if they want to use the same old system of kinetics, if you talk, I'll shoot you. If you don't close your mind, you will die. It is not going to solve the problem, because let me tell people, nobody has a monopoly of violence. Nobody. No country has a monopoly of violence. So if you think you can use violence to silence people, you think you can use violence to continue to kill people because you have the arms and ammunitions, because you have the guns. These guns were given to you by the same people that you were ruling. These guns are given from the resources and sweats of Nigerians. So when you use these guns to kill the same people you're supposed to protect, then it becomes a problem, not just in Nigeria or Southeast, all over the world. Because the world knows what is happening in Nigeria. Let's be very, very clear about that. The world knows what is going on in Nigeria. Because there's no country in the world, it is very rare, any country in the world, there's no leadership of any country in the world where you're not going to see a Nigerian.
Very well.
Nigerians have their children in UK, in Britain, in America, in London, anywhere in China. Think anywhere you can think about. We have Nigerian indigenous citizens in the leadership of most countries of the world. And as the Nigerian government is propagating these lies and some of these errors or conceptions outside, the Nigerian indigenes that are in this leadership all over the world are telling the governments of the country the true picture, the right thing that is happening. So that is why it's going to be very difficult for the government to win this kinetics war. He has to find a way, I don't know if it's late, he has to find a way to talk with the people. And that is what most of us have been calling upon. Because this violence goes both ways. Nigerian government knows as they are killing the innocent citizens, there are military, there are police that are also being killed. Innocent Nigerian policemen, innocent Nigerian military men are being killed every day. So how long are the Nigerian leadership and politicians continue to allow this scenario to continue? So the problem, Nigerians are going to find a way to solve this problem.
Doctor, you've been talking about Nigerians. Do we have Nigerians? We know that we have nations that are trapped under the name Nigeria. You know, our people have been reading the messages. You see me smiling when you were talking. I was just looking at the messages. People are saying, please tell her we're not Nigerians. And tell her that I see many messages. And people are, in fact, Emmanuel Afre is asking, is this the same doctor that was competing for the dragon frame?
Again, when I say Nigerians, again, you know, the thing is that people are really entitled to their own opinion, and people can see things from different angles. And I want our guests to know that the problem Biafrans are going through today is not peculiar to us as Biafrans only. It's not a peculiar problem. They are killing us. They are killing the Midwesterners. They are killing the Northerners. They are killing the Hausas. Nigerian government, terrorists, they are killing.
Yeah, doctor, but none of these nations are Nigerians. They are all nations of theirs. We have the Hausas. They are killing the Hausas. They are killing the Oduduwas. They are killing the Biafrans. They are not killing Nigerians because none of them are Nigerians.
None of them are Nigerians. You're absolutely correct. But that's what they call them. So, I mean, for now, that's what we call those words. Because people know that.
Yes. So I want the reason why I'm saying I'm coming in between is because I want our people to understand in the context you are using it.
Yes.
Because all over the world they call them. Because all over the world they refer to everybody as Nigerian. So we have to use that to give that meaning to them so that they will understand what we're talking about. So we want everybody to understand for the fact that we use Nigeria and all of that doesn't mean we are saying we are Nigerians. No. We're only trying to use it as a means of communicating to the world so that the world will understand that what we are actually talking about is that name that Britain created that you know about, which we are trying to expose here to you, the people trapped under that name. So that does not mean we're Nigerian. So everybody should get that. So please don't be carried away by that name, Nigeria. It has nothing to do with us, but we have to pass the message through that. Now, doctor, let's look at it critically now. We have the situation right now as today is the 79th day to our freedom, and we are determined. And of course, Emmanuel Afre, as I was saying initially, he was saying whether you are the doctor that was competing for the dragon frame, and I want to say yes because you were actually competing, you know, for the dragon frame. Remember the dragon frame during the launching and all of that. So she's the one, anyways. So I have to answer that question on her behalf. So now let's go on from there. Now we have a situation here. The leader of over 80 million Biafrans all over the nations of the world is hungry. Is not having access to drugs. What do you say about that?
Again, that one aspect is what is gonna let the whole world know.
Now, before you go with that answer, please, before you go, let me play what Mazi Samanepa said today concerning that, so that we can now, give a perspective from that angle.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. This is the 16th day of December 2022, and we are very, very angry. We are not happy. The news coming from the DSS dungeon from Abuja suggests that the DSS no longer provide food for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in their custody, illegally in their custody. And we have also read in the news that the family of our leader has been able to raise 1 million naira for his feeding. So when we say that the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone beyond family business and family matter, this is where we come in. So for this reason, from today, the auto-piloted IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be making available every month 2 million naira for his feeding. The reason it is going to be 2 million for his feeding every month will be because we know that the DSS, this some DSS, will be stealing from that money because Nigeria are criminals. The security agents, they are criminals. Most of these people, they will be stealing from the money. So we are going to do everything possible to provide 2 million for his feeding. We don't want them to feed him again. We don't need their feeding. So, but when we provide this money every month, we'll be expecting that at no point in time will they starve Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from today going forward. Thank
you. Welcome, everyone. This is the Alliance in Focus on Biafra Global Network. You're watching from all over the nations of the world. We want to thank you. We want to appreciate you for joining. Please just like the video and share on all your social media platforms so that people can join in and people can get this message of truth wherever they are. Wherever you are right now, please share the message, share it all over the nations of the world where you are, on all platforms that you are, and also like the video. It is important you like the video because when you like it and we have much likes, people will want to watch the video to know why you like it. You understand? And also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. If you've not subscribed yet, subscribe it so that we can have a larger platform to deal and counter the enemies of truth. We have in studio, we have Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. She has been talking about, circumstances that has to do with the situation we found ourselves in Nigeria. And certainly we have to deal with these factors because we have 79 days to go. And now we are standing, we can't go back anymore. We have got to that point, we can go back. Now our leader is hungry. They are starving our leader and we know their target. They are refusing him medication. We know their target. Now, doctor, please continue on the narrative that you were trying to pass on.
All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was just trying to read some of the comments there and some what people are saying, which is okay. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. It will definitely not change anything about how I feel about the restoration of Biafra, which is happening next year. That again does not stop me from analyzing things from the broader view, because at the end of the day, we must look at the broader view of what we're doing and also look at the micro view of what we're doing. That Nnamdi Kanu is hungry, has not gotten his medication for 9 days. This is so absolutely wrong. I sent out an information and said, even a slave cannot be treated this way. Even a slave cannot be treated this way. If somebody has something like diabetes and you don't give that person their medication for 9 days, that means you just want to kill that person. You want to slowly kill that individual. Why should that happen in a country like Nigeria? Nigeria is holding Nnamdi Kanu. So there's no way we can discuss Biafra without calling Nigeria. He is in DSS dungeon in Nigeria. They are the one holding him. It's not Biafra that is holding Nnamdi Kanu. Even though there are some of our Igbo key players that are part of this holding down of Nnamdi Kanu. How can the DSS say they don't have the money to buy food for Nnamdi Kanu? Even a slave. Let all of us put ourselves in that shoe of Nnamdi Kanu. What did he do? The only thing he's saying is, let my people go. He wants liberation for his people. Self-determination is guaranteed by the United Nations Charter. It's guaranteed by the African Charter. What was his crime? How many law courts in Nigeria have told Nigerian government to let Nnamdi Kanu go? About 2 in Owerri, in Abuja, and also even in the United Nations Committee on Extraordinary Rendition. They found Nnamdi Kanu free of any crime, and they told the Nigerian government to release him and compensate him. That expiration will be this December. That has not been done. Why? And then some people want the Biafrans, some people want us to do things the right way. There's a normal way to do it. There's a good way to do it. Let us do it slowly. Let us follow a pattern. How do you follow a pattern when the leaders in the country, they don't follow the rules? What constitution are we operating in Nigeria? If you have a constitution, you have the judiciary, the legislature, the executive, and a competent court of law in Nigeria has given order to release Nnamdi Kanu, discharged and acquitted, and the Nigerian government refused to do that, still holding Nnamdi Kanu today. And the report we are getting is he has not gotten his medication for 9 days. And they refuse to give him food. Who runs such country? Who runs this kind of system and expects peace in the country? If the government does not respect the law of Nigeria, how do you expect ordinary citizens to respect the same law?
Now, Doctor, let me come in here now. Let me ask this critically now. Now, you see, we know that in the context of nation, you will not count Nigeria because Nigeria is not a nation. Because when you want to adjudge nations, you talk about cultural disposition and a people bound in common ties, which means Nigeria does not exist. And according to the order, Nigeria was actually created for business purposes, for their business. So which means anybody who is sitting down and designed and created, and anything that is created that is called a government, it's actually not a government. It's only a business executive body to take care of the business. And we know that for 100 years, it's supposed to last for 100 years, and then you allow the nations go and do their thing, and that's 2014, it was dissolved. Now, the name Nigeria has been there because we have allowed it to remain, even after 2014. Now, why should we expect a system that is illegal to grant us legality in the sense of implementing the so-called order of the courts? Because if the court does not exist, in the sense of legality, because since Nigeria does not exist, then it shouldn't have a court in the first place. So whatever is put together is actually operating illegal. So that means anything that is operating in Nigeria is illegal. So how do we expect an illegal system to grant us legality?
It all boils down to the same thing that we are saying. We're just expressing it in different ways. And at the end of the day, those that want peaceful change to be possible will make violent change inevitable. I think is basic. That is the fact. So Nigerian is a contraption. Everybody, you see, this history of where we are, what it is, everybody already knows that. Most countries of the world already knows that. They know Nigeria has already expired. There's a fraudulent constitution that is being used to perpetuate the whims and caprices of a set of people. Nigerians all over the world already know that. And that is why Biafra wants to exit from Nigeria. Because we cannot fold our hands and watch as Fulani and Boko Haram terrorist invaders come over and take over our land. We want to build our own country, Biafra. That is our right. Self-determination is our right. The Oduduwas want to build their own country. So, whatever way we have to achieve that, it has to happen. Because the powers that be that have made Nigeria very, very, very dangerous for majority of Biafrans, we have to find a way to make sure that Biafra is a reality. We want to exit Nigeria in 2023. Biafrans have been marching on the streets. They've been calling for referendum. They've been calling the attention of the Nigerian government. They've been doing everything possible to call for a referendum and ask Biafrans, what do you want? How do you want to be part of this system called Nigeria? They've been doing that over the years. Nigerians have been marching abroad. Biafrans have been marching outside the country, inside the country. But what happens? The current Nigerian leadership believes in using kinetics. What do I mean by that? They believe in using the gun to silence people. Look at what happened during the NSARS. When you have peaceful, innocent people come out on the streets to march against things they don't like in the country, the next thing, the government will produce their own riot squad. They will go in, mix up with these people. The next thing, they'll start shooting innocent people, innocent Nigerians. That happened during the NSARS. So the final solution is Biafra must exit next year. That is where we stand. Because all these peaceful ways that we've taken all over the years to make sure that the government listened to the people, it did not happen. It fell on deaf ears. Most of the people that are killed in Southeast Nigeria today are just innocent citizens being killed just because they want their own country. They want to exit Nigeria. Why should you kill people just because they want to exit Nigeria? What is wrong in that? It's like a husband and a wife that is married. At a point, the husband might decide, I don't want to get married again. Or the wife might decide, I want to leave this marriage. Why should the husband go and kill the wife just because she said she does not want to be part of the marriage any longer? That is what is happening in Nigeria today. Why should that continue? And the reason, like I said before, there's no way you can talk Biafra without talking about Nigeria, because all the killings going on Biafran citizens, innocent citizens, are being perpetrated by Nigeria in brackets. Who are killing us? Are you going to say Biafrans are killing Biafrans? So there's no way you can mention without, you can call it different ways. Some call it the zoo. Either way, I can call it Nigeria, because they are the one killing our people just for nothing, just for their beliefs. So, like I said, Nigerian leadership, they think that the only way they can achieve their aims is by using the guns and ammunitions. And like I said, these guns and ammunitions are still given to them by the Biafrans, by Nigerian people, by the Oduduwas, by the Arewas, by the Middle Belt. All these people supported the leadership. But what happens? They use the same gun to kill these citizens. Look at what happened in those 14 innocent citizens that were killed. Look at what happened. 14 innocent boys that went for a wedding, and on their way back, they were all butchered. They were all massacred in their own community. In their own community. They didn't go to northern Nigeria. They didn't go to western Nigeria. They were in their own community. They went for an event, and they were all murdered. Then the Southeast governor, Uzadimma, was quick, without investigation, without even asking, carrying out a competent investigation on what happened. He came out to label those 14 innocent youths as criminals. That's what he said. A sitting Southeast governor labeled them criminals. When did he do the investigation? Just like a day after the killing. How do you trust somebody like that? No investigation, no court proceedings, just came out and labeled these innocent citizens criminals. And you want their people, their family to keep quiet? That is going to be difficult.
No. The whole thing is complicated here, because I don't know why we always are just taking things easy with the Fulanis, in the sense that, you know, especially when I look at the betrayers, especially the betrayers. Now, I'm seeing, you know, Adobe Nzeribe here. Let me bring her to, you know, live here. I want to ask this question, you know, because it's important that it has to be Ladies' Day today. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome live here. I want to ask this critical question, because don't you think we are the ones doing something wrong here? Because we're expecting, it's just like the defunct members of the DOS, supporting the concept of Major 4. Anytime Major 4 goes to court, they say, yes, today he comes and tells you, Umuchineke, it is done and dusted, that blah, blah, and all of that. And we have been so much romancing the concept of illegality, because we're expecting illegality to grant us legality. Because if Nigeria is a legal structure, which we also said, if Nigeria has expired since 2014, even if it existed as a business empire and not as a country, because a country is a nation of people, of common ties, having a government and all of that. And of course, you can't talk about Nigeria and you can talk about a nation without talking about a culture, because it is actually the culture that makes the people. And it's the people, it is through the culture that you have the constitution, because the constitution is the product of the culture of the people. Hence, that is why the Fulanis are trying to take over, so that their culture will override the whole people and their culture will stand. That's why it's called Fulanization, because you need culture to actually establish a nation. So now we are sure and certain that Nigeria is not existent, because it is not a nation. You define a nation by its culture. Which nation, which culture are you going to define Nigeria? Which means Nigeria does not exist. And yet, we are looking at that same contraption to give us justice, and we talk about following their laws, following the courts, obeying the courts. How can we expect illegality to give us legality? Mrs. Adobe, please, can you say hi first to Biafrans? And I'll direct this question to you. I want you to say something about that. I want you to answer that question, please. Please go on.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. How you are doing? Greetings. And I bless you for all you are doing to make Biafra realization. I wouldn't talk much because I'm at work and I don't want to be fired. This is my first time of joining you, and I appreciate you all.
Thank you.
Perhaps when I'm not at work, that would be a better place for me to speak out what I have in mind. But right now I'm at work and I cannot talk much. You know what I mean?
Yes, very well.
Okay, remain blessed. And I will sleep now.
All right, thank you. All right, so we'll have you some other time. So good to hear that. Anyways, we still move now. Ngozi, you have said something about that. Anyways, because you have talked about the criminality of Nigeria and the design of Nigeria and all of that. And I see someone on live. Let me see if you're welcome. You're welcome. I don't know whether NCO. That's what I see here. So let me put it that way. NCO. You're welcome, sir. So I think you heard that question I'm asking. So please, I want you to say hello and then give us your perspective to that particular question, because it seems we are the ones doing the mistake here. We have actually been waiting, because now Mazi Simon Ekpa is taking the action. The action is that this is the right action we're supposed to take to get our freedom. we're not supposed to depend on the illegality to give us legality, because the action Mazi Samanekpa is taking is actually what should be done, because you are operating, you are trying to appeal to an illegal system to give you something that they can't give you, because illegality cannot give you legality. And so how do we appeal to Nigeria to give us referendum when we know that it's an illegal structure and it cannot give us referendum? So please, I want you to answer that question, but first say hi to Biafrans. Yes, we can hear you.
Joined question, right? Here is dead. Amalgamation stated that will last for 100 years. So it's an illegal. We had a referendum. Oh, take it. So what I do is legal. Demand for a referendum. And the Kanu was doing referendum, which was so we are on the list. If they want us to have a referendum, to allow referendum.
I think we're having problems with your audio seems to be. I don't know whether you can hear me, please. Your audio seems to be, not stable. I don't know if you can just log out, because your network actually is here very low, and I'm seeing it right now. Okay, go on. Let's see whether we can hear you now, because okay, you can go out and come in if you can to see whether it will be strong and all of that. And friend, I saw he's gone out now, Mr. Emmanuel. He was here, and then let's hope that he returns so we can actually. So please go on. Let's see if your I think I can see now the network being restored. So let's see whether it will work now. Please go on, please.
Okay, hear me clearly. Can you hear me? Can you
somehow, please speak on. Speak on. Let's see if we can hear you. Just speak on. Let's see if it will be clear enough for us to understand.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, to an extent. Just go on. Let's see if we can hear you properly.
Yeah.
When you keep talking, we'll know whether we can hear you.
Entity. Nigeria entity. The amalgamation expired. It was that's.
Yeah, we can't hear you properly. Please, can you just go out? What you do is you just go out, just refresh, go out and come back. We're not hearing you at all. It's not loud enough. It's not loud. We're not hearing cracking. So please just go out and come in. Let's see how clear it will be. I think you need to log out and then log in so we can have a clear. The network stuff is bad here. Now I can see Chudi here. Chudi, you're welcome. Can I hear you from here, please? Say something. Let me see if I can. I wish I can see your face, because I actually want us to show our face here to prove that we're true and we're real, so that our people will know that yes, we have real people who are talking here without fear or favor. So please, Chudi, can I hear you? Can you hear me now from here?
Very clearly.
Okay, please go on, sir. Go on, sir. Let's see. Yes, go on. Let's see. Let's see if we can hear you well.
I just joined. If I got all but Nigeria illegal entity. The Nigerian commission date, which was yes. So it has a legal entity. Nigerians are not both to demand, but at this time, and Simon a referendum, right? Which is how went. This is then we have to, because that might be left for us. Hoping that there will be soon. And even before the next, we do have a to break away from Nigeria unilaterally. That's what I'm going to say. The legal right to referendum, we have the right to exit available to us.
Okay, I wish we can get you very clear, because it seems you are making some critical points, but we're not getting the clarity of it from here, because we just hear it sporadically. It comes in and out. I wish we can get it clear. Please, I don't know if you can go out again and come in. Let's try and see whether it will work out. Onyeka Chiku, I've sent you this. Just check your WhatsApp. You're going to get so that you can come in, and then Onyeka Chiku, AK, please go to your WhatsApp. You will see the message there. Please, Onyeka, go to your WhatsApp. You see the message. Now, please, sir, I want you to go out and come in so that we can get you clearly, because it seems you are making some vital points that the people need here, but we can't hear properly because of the network connection. So please, let's get that so that we can be able to actually get results. You know. Now, I'm going to you see, Doctor, there's something critical that I want us to also address here. Now, you know, as I said initially, as we all know also, that the issue of weaponizing poverty is meant to actually hoodwink the people, and at the same time create a devious circumstance where the people can be henchmen to those political marauders. Let me call them political marauders, because they have actually told us that politics is just a business plan or a business program to actually subdue the people and all of that, based on the fact that they understand that they are operating illegally. They know that the name Nigeria is illegal. So whatever you do, you cannot be held responsible. The people actually allowed you to do it because they have actually allowed Nigeria to continue. So it has become a very critical situation in that regard. You know, now that is why we have somebody like Brekete. Brekete is positioned on the level of the people to actually work on the sentiment of the people's situation and save them in that regard, and give them a false hope, a mirage of hope, so that they keep seeing, they use it to sell the narrative of Nigeria will be better. Because whatever, if you observe the operation of Brekete, you see that what he does is that Nigeria government, you must do this. You have not done this for this man. You must do this for this man. We must make sure he gets justice. We must make sure he gets justice. And then they keep narrating this and talking about this. Nigeria must be better. We are here to build our nation. We are here to do this. They call it human rights stuff, nonsense, just to give the people a sense of belonging, so that they keep hoping on something that is not possible, until they fall into disquietude. They fall out of, they just die and they go. Another generation comes. They keep them in that narrative, just giving the people a false hope on the concept of Nigeria. Now, let me show you something that proves the evil of Brekete. The people have, just like the story I gave about the lady, you know, who went to pay 5,000 to register in a church for counseling, ended up going to suck a man's penis, a geo's penis. That is where she paid her money to go seek for counseling. Ended up sucking the man's penis in his office, and returned not having what she expected to have, and got worse. Now she's coming for counseling again. I didn't charge her. I didn't collect money from her, but I advised her and told her some stuff. The same way also politically, they have created that arm that would win the people and make them believe in something that is not real. Now, the reason why Brekete will do this kind of things to these people on this video is because they have come to understand that the people now see him as a help. Whether they have family problem, they go to him, he talks and they sort it, and he sorts it in his own way and all of that. You just kept these people in bondage. Now, let me show you this particular video that is just a 1 minute video. I think some of us have seen it, so let me show it here so we can see it.
Everybody, thank you.
I've never seen anything like this.
Everybody, thank you.
I've never seen anything like this.
The person, you know, the person who just who did that video, his words are making me laugh. I've never seen anything like this. In Nigeria, you will see everything more than that. He said, I've never seen anything like this. I don't know whether the video was clear. We actually saw that video properly. Maybe I'm going to play it one more time so that people can understand the concept of subjugation in that level. Imagine the way he attacks these people unawares, because he wants the pain to get to them very well. Because if they understood he's going to take that action, they would defend themselves and stop, you know, somehow. But he takes this and slaps them, all because somebody says maybe this person is wrong. This person did this to me, and he slaps in the name of trying to sort out issues. Now I'm going to play that video one more time. Let the people understand.
Everybody, thank you.
I've never seen anything like this.
Everybody, thank you.
I've never seen anything like this.
Oh my. He says he has not seen anything like this. Oh my. Edith, leaving us. You're welcome to the program. Maybe I think I'm going to open it to you now. I want you to give us your perspective to that video. Now, Berekete have come all out. They actually saw that they have actually lost the with Ejiofor, because actually Ejiofor, you know, the concept of social interaction, using some of these people sentimentally to hoodwink the people. You remember the reason why the people were following Ejiofor was because Ejiofor was with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the people believed in Ejiofor because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The people were following Ejiofor because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now they understand that the people at Ejiofor has lost it because he has been exposed. Now they need another person who is in the grassroots. That right person is Berekete, because he actually is making people believe that he's working for the grassroots. So now they want to use him to work out their own program. And now we can see what he's doing to the zoo people. The zoo, let me not call them zoo animals for now, so that we can help them, you know. So now we can see. Now, Edith, what do you have to say? Use the video to analyze what is happening in Nigeria and to state the situation and the current situation of the people.
Well, in good follower of Berekete, but once in a while I dangle into his program and I try to what is actually going on where he stands. I don't know where he actually stands, family issue or the other, one settlement or the other. But like he's the one that controls and manages and run the whole affair. He never give the people the chance to be able to defend themselves. I don't really understand his idea and what he stands for. I'm trying to get the cause. I haven't gotten that yet. But from what I saw from the video, it's very people depended on him. They thought that the solution to their problem will come from him. But the fact that he's actually confusing them more instead of giving them that belonging that they are needing for.
Let's hear a perspective to this story, because you see, I know you can give an analysis on this matter, you know, to describe Nigeria and describe the situation of the people. Please, let's get your perspective.
I grew up in on this technology. There is something I know. I learned that anyone that learns something with me will not be fear from anything. Biafra is it. You see, in Nigeria, everything you see in Nigeria, activists in Nigeria, I don't want to see the new activists, they will gather up against the person. Just the way, in IPOP, whenever they see anybody who is genuine, they will gather up against the person. You know? The same way in Nigeria, when the politicians see any leader who is genuine, they will allow the person to get the leadership position. That is what is in Nigeria. You see that man, I know from the one he's fake. I knew. Same way, many pastors, I'm not hiding it. Several pastors in Nigeria, 99% of them are fake. Okay? My brother is a pastor. I'm not speaking, I'm not speaking very well. You know my son. They are fake. They have been listening. You see, can you support them? If you don't support them, who support them? Okay? They prefer the accolades they're getting. Okay? Oh, that man, can you hear me?
Mazi Onyeka, please, I think you need to go out and come in. It's actually breaking seriously. We're not getting the details of the things you're saying very, very well. We need to hear clearly. Can you just go out? Can you go out and come in? Let's see if you can hear you louder now or clearer. You know, I wish we could hear you very well here. So please, go out. Please go out and come in. Let's see. I have D here. You know, I have D here. Let me see. Let me hear what Mazi Onyeka, please go out and come in again. Let's see if your voice will come out clearly. Just log out and log in. Let's just go out and then you come in, and I think we'll get you clearer there. D, okay, she's out now. You know, we have Nkiru here. I don't know, Nkiru. Let's hear your perspective to that, because you see the situation that we have as a people is actually, you know, covered in all of this we're seeing. And of course, we heard the issue of the Fulanis yesterday, telling us that they are not going to bring food to Biafra land again, and they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and they are sending a message, a strong message to our people. They are sending a message to the governors that we don't even listen to anymore. Now, Ngozi, I'm sorry, Nkiru, can you hear me? Nkiru, are you there? Hello, Nkiru, can you hear me? All right, Mazi Onyeka, continue what you were saying so that we see whether we can hear you better now. Let's see if you can hear.
Me now?
Okay, go on. Let's see if it will be clear. Just go on. Let's see.
In brief, what I'm trying to say is this: pertaining the bracket I'm talking about. Okay, before I go to that video, that man, I know the likes of him. They are all being from the one. They are using them to rob, like rob 1,000 poles off camera and pay 10 poles on camera. What I'm saying, 10 peters on camera. They rob 1,000 poles off camera, pay 10 peters on camera. That's what they do. Okay. You see, they are using their, you know, being that anybody who gives you gifts loves you. Not everybody who gives you money loves you. They are the ones being used deeply to get the mind of our people, you know, to know the mind of our people, to the government. That's not the main issue. Is the main criminal. I'm saying it loudly. I put you to deserve that man. They should give that man money to take it from him. They give that man. That man is the pure enemy for our people. Okay? I don't know the like what Aisha and the Sani.
Mazi Onyeka, it seems your device does not is trying to adjust to this. I don't know. Can you make that voice just be here now? Make a call through WhatsApp. Let's see if you can speak through WhatsApp, and whether it will be clearer from WhatsApp. Make it from WhatsApp. Let's see how it's going to look like because we're not getting you at all from here. I don't know why. And I've gone out and comments. Yes, please, Dr. Ngozi, what do you have to say about this bracket of a being?
Was he the same person that was slapping people?
Very well, that's him.
Oh, okay. I think one thing we have to know is this: the tendency for people to be bought over to perpetuate or help in perpetuating evil in every society is very high. When you
just hold your thoughts there. You're going to come with it. Let's see what this caller has to say. I think it should be Onyeka Chu wants to say something also. Let's see whether you've seen, because I see freedom is price or something, priceless. And you're welcome, you're live, so please go on. Yeah, you're live. Please go on, please. You are live on Biafra Global Network. You can go on.
No, are you talking to them?
To the house?
Yeah.
Pharmacy.
Okay, how are you gonna go back there?
Okay, I think you have to call back because we can't hear you at all. So maybe you hang up and call back. So, Doctor, please go on and let's see if he's going to call back, and then we can get him on. So, please, Doctor, go on. Sorry for cutting you there.
Okay, so
okay.
All right, so
okay. All right, go on, please.
Okay. So when I listen to Berekete and the way and the manner he talked, the way he abused the person that was on the other side of the phone,
yes,
his aggression, the way he comes across to people, you don't need to discuss people like that. People like that are very, very irrelevant in what we're doing. Those are paid agents that are being used by whoever to propagate this foolishness to people that don't know what is going on. So such people like that is very, very irrelevant in in discussing him here. You're just giving him undue attention. It is. When you listen to the way he addressed the guy from, I think from the Finnish embassy, because he was trying to call and report Simon or something. And the guy was trying to direct him on the right thing to do. And he was right there on social media, one, abusing the guy. Secondly, being very verbally aggressive. Thirdly, telling the people around him to pick up the phone, call. So that is the Nigerian stupid mentality we've been seeing across from some of these people that think they can be used to suppress people's opinion. And I think we shouldn't give attention to people like that.
Yeah, the reason why we're discussing him here is because we know he has so many people at that low ebb following him. And because of these people, we have to track. You know what he was doing? He was actually involving the people in that action he was taking. So for us to throw him where he belongs, we have to tell him who he is.
Yeah, that's why I say he's very, 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 very irrelevant. Because even among our own Biafran people, you still see people that do exactly the same thing that Berekete does. There are Biafrans, Igbos, or Benues, Middle Belt, Southerners that still do the same thing that man does. How do we equate? They're about everywhere, even in the whole country. There are people in leadership positions that support and does exactly what that guy does because they do not want Biafra to come or Oduduwa to come. They don't want Nigerians to be free. They don't want anybody to express their opinions. They're about everywhere. And it is our task to make sure we call those people to order at their own pace, at their own time, the way they want it. They do exactly the same thing. So, I mean, him, just the way he was responding and talking on the phone, and I didn't know he was the one that was slapping people right, left, and center. So that shows the world the kind of people that are trying to report to them that Simon Ekpa is a bad person. Look at that same person slapping people right, left, and center in the public or inside his church or whatever, just for nothing. So how can you, as a decent person, believe the word, one single word that will come out from the mouth of somebody like Berekete or whatever he calls himself, when his behavior has proven that he does not even have the capacity to comport himself the way he talks to people or the way he interacts with people?
All right.
So he's very, very irrelevant.
All right. Thank you. Now we're going to be looking at the last segment now. Edith, we're going to be looking at this, and of course, Doctor, we're going to be looking at this together. Now, this is the last point we're going to be treating here. You know, these Fulanese think that our problem is food. They have come to understand that we have food problem. They believe that we're always thinking of food. We always want what we'll eat. So they decided to institute the concept of food restriction. And they made an announcement yesterday that they are going to stop giving us food because once we don't have food, we're going to come begging. I'm going to play this video and play it to the point where I'm going to play it, and then we're going to analyze this just for the next 15-20 minutes, and we're going to be done so that we can continue tomorrow. Let's watch this video, everybody. Please watch it and listen carefully to what you have to say. I know we have listened to it, but listen to it again and understand what they are trying to do here.
Speak with one voice in the interests of North and Northerners. Today we are addressing you based on the circumstances leading to what we are going to announce shortly. You are aware that throughout this year there has been continued killing and destructions of properties of Northerners that are either resident in the southeastern part of Nigeria or are on transit for business purposes moving from the north to the east or from the east to the north. You are aware that the outlawed members of the IPOB and ESN have continually been killing and destroying properties of Northerners. Not only that, even security agencies who are trained and have the license to protect lives and properties of Nigerians are not spared by these outlawed organizations of IPOB and the ESN. This has called from December 1st till today, December 14th rather. These killings also continue non-stop. Desist from transporting anything good and services from the north to the east. This is not intended to punish the Easterners, the entire Easterners, or to cause delay or losses even to the Northerners themselves. But this is for the purpose of sending a message of our displeasure to the eastern part of Nigeria, most especially the governors, the traditional rulers, the stakeholders, that enough of this killing is enough. We are law-abiding as Northerners. We believe in the law. We respect the law. We abide by the law. So we will not on our own start destroying or killing Easterners resident in the north. We will also not allow any of our own people carry such actions because it's against the law. And we also know that those that are doing the killing in the east are not the same Easterners that are resident in the north. So Easterners resident in the north can continue to reside and continue to do their lawful businesses. They are
Now they would not start killing because they have gotten the formula right. They believe that once they keep food away from us, they don't need to kill us. We will just come begging. Edith, what do you think about that?
Actually, since yesterday that I watched this, I saw the video. I was working the anger that is able to be utilizing it. But now I was very, very, very upset, very, very angry, and clearly shows exactly what they are doing. The lies was too much. They will keep their food and stay in their place and stop coming to that. There will be a lot of peace if they can stay in their own place and keep there. What all of us would die without being killed by the so-called Fulanis and all. But it requires a quick response because this is if they can go this far, something like this. I don't think anybody,
Yeah, I think we have a problem with her network signal. Okay, we have a problem with her network signal. Now, doctor, don't you think this is embarrassing and as much as it is laughable, it is embarrassing to us because our people have now given these people the narrative to insult us, to tell us that it's, to me, I see it as an insult.
Yes.
That means you think food is our problem, you know. Edith, actually, we missed you there. The stuff cut you off. So I don't know. I think you have a problem with the net, maybe because you're driving and affecting your signal. So maybe when you get to a place where it's settled, then we can actually have you speak to us well and hear you. Okay, are you before Doctor comes in? Are you? Can you hear me loud and clear from there?
Okay.
So you can continue in the line of thoughts and conclude what you were trying to say before Doctor comes in.
Yes, I hear you very well.
All right, please go on.
I'm gonna be
Please
quiet here right now in the but like I was saying, I was really very upset by the video, by the lies, everything that was going on, and in my heart, I just Igbo man from that our side ever believe in what is that, knowing the truth of what we are fighting for, what we are talking about. Isn't it clear up for them to know exactly what these people are planning, what they are doing, what they are talking about? So if they think that bringing food down there, if they can stop it, then everybody will. They will also stay in their place and not coming to our side, because if they don't come, there'll be more. These people are killing so much. They're killing so much. It's an investment. There's no more hiding anymore. This will be a good time for everybody to.
All right, I think I'm hearing it. Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's a problem there with the network. The network signal over there is poor. So, doctor, you see, the narrative here is that they say they cannot kill because they know the repercussion of killing. They know that it's no more like 1967 where they will go and kill Igbos in the north or Biafrans in the north and go away with it. They know it can't happen this time around. We're ready for them. So the issue of killing is no more part of it. But now they know what they can handle us with: food, because our people have come to, the Nzama people, the frogs and their likes have made them understand that our problem is food. Just take it from us and we'll be begging you. That is why they were shouting throughout the sit-at-home period. Our people must eat. Our people are hungry. Our people need to eat. Like that HO that is living in the United States and her cohorts. They were all lamenting for food, you know, and all of that. Now they now say, okay, if we kill them, we know they are going to come deal with us. So we don't need to kill them anymore. Let's just keep the food away from them. And then they will come running towards us. What an insult. What do you have to say, doctor, about this nonsense?
Yeah, I want Biafrans to know that all these things happening is not by accident. It's not by chance. It's not by chance. And I keep telling people you have to be alive to eat food. You have to live to eat food. All those hundreds of people that have been killed in Biafra land, they are not alive today to talk about food. So if people need to follow history, because some of these Biafrans that talk about all this food, when you ask them one or two basic questions about food, they will not be able to answer that because they are not following. They are not following. And we cannot wait for people like that to keep, making that noise around our ear. They are not following, and it is okay. If after all this 1 year, what has been happening and what Biafrans have been doing to make sure we have Biafra by next year, we exit Nigeria next year, if some people have not been able to know and follow what is going on and still talking about food, then those people, they have some homework to do. It's not just about food. If you all remember, when the Nigerian government compensated the Miyetti Allah with over 100 billion naira, because they told them, you have to compensate us. Actually, I think they asked about 160 million naira so they can stop killing in Nigeria generally. And they were able to compensate them with 100 billion so that they can stop the killing. And now somebody is talking about, we will stop the food. It's all the same thing. You have to look at the leadership. That is the plot. That is the ploy they will use. How can we hurt these Biafran people? How can we suppress them? How can we make them not to talk? How can we? And they will use every avenue to make sure that happens. Biafrans are scattered all over the world. And I would encourage Biafrans scattered all over the world, keep sending money to your people to have money to buy what they need to buy. We should not be dependent on some people that they bring the food to give us, and at the same time, they kill us in the process. Even what food are you buying? How sure is that food you're buying? How sure are you that there's nothing in that food that is going to harm you or hurt you as a Biafran? Because all these are all orchestrated from the top. It's all orchestrated from the top. And you're waiting for that. Some are waiting, you're waiting to eat suya. You don't know where they... Again, I'm not trying to disparage innocent people that are living in the Southeast going about their normal businesses. But when it comes to the process of conquer and eliminate, Nigerians and Biafrans especially should know the process of this systemic elimination of Biafrans and making sure that Biafra is suppressed. So that talk about, oh, we're not going to give food to them because if we're not going to attack them, so we're not going to give their food to them. Again, all these are all orchestrated by the powers that be, because they believe if they don't give them food, now they're going to change. If they arrest him now, the Kanu, now this will change. Biafra will stop. The agitation will stop. If they do this, they will come and fight them. The Fulani invaders and the terrorists, they will come to our farm and start attacking and kidnapping and all that. So Biafrans have to wake up, and I believe they've waken up. T.Y. Danjuma has told us these people have come to kill. And they are getting protected. They are getting protected by the leadership. And T.Y. Danjuma is an ex-military chief. He said, we should arm ourselves. You cannot stay in your house and allow somebody to come and just kill you. All this while, the Nigerian government has been aware that these terrorists have invaded all the nooks and crannies of the country. They are in the southeast, and they will stop. We have what happened in Amufu. Over 15 innocent citizens were killed. Did the government say anything about that? No. So when the Biafrans, the ESN, the IPOB, when people come out to protect their lands, then the military come out and start burning people's homes. So that means it is orchestrated from the top. And we cannot continue to just watch while our innocent citizens are being butchered every day. Our homes, our resources, our economics are burnt down by the military. The military will come to Southeast. If anything happens in a region, they'll go and burn down people's home. Why are you burning down military people's home? That is cowardice. If you believe somebody killed somebody, you go and look for the person that killed your own person and then arrest the person. That is the right thing to do. Why are you going to burn inanimate objects, burn people's homes just to hurt them? So those are the things that cowards do. And we cannot continue to allow things like that to happen. So this issue of food here, food there, I want Biafrans to know that man shall not live by food alone, but by every word that comes out from the mouth of our Lord. Let me just go the biblical way. So it's not just about food. We should be able to withstand and know that our freedom is stronger than any food anybody can give you. This freedom is for us, for our children, for our grandchildren. We want to have our own country where we can enjoy the good things of life. We want to have a country where we can enjoy the economy. We can bring our expertise. We want to enjoy a country where we can live without fear of being murdered in the night. That is what we want. Food is not going to give you that. You can go out in the restaurant to eat food. On your way back, you'll be kidnapped. Somebody is just going to kill you off. So why should you put food ahead of your freedom and your self-determination? Why should that happen?
Thank you so much for that.
We should ignore such flimsy talk. That's what I call it. They can talk all they want. That will not stop us from agitating for our Biafra. We want Biafra. Biafrans have asked for two things: release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and call for a referendum. We've been asking for this. And even our southeastern leaders, none of them, they don't pay attention. Some of them pay privately, but majority of them is like the Nigerian system has made some of these people to lose their sense of reasoning. Because some of them are afraid if they talk, they will come and kill them. But how long is that going to continue? So we have to do what we got to do.
Thank you so much. We got to do what we got to do. If we don't do what we got to do, then nothing gets done. So definitely we have to do what we have to do. And that is what we're doing now. And that is what we have to do, because we have to do what we have to do to get what we have to get. Thank you so much for the narrative, for the explanation, and for the perspective to this. Thank you so much, Edith, leaving us, for your perspective also. I know we didn't have much time, having you to actually air your views on so many issues here also. But next week, Friday, will be another opportunity for us to gather here again to actually talk to Biafrans, and at the same time, give our perspective to the issues on ground. We are certain of our freedom. We are certain that we are going home. We are sure of it. 79 days to go, and we are resolute. We are not going to back down for any kind of petition, for any kind of narrative, for any kind of thing they are doing, whatever they are doing in their corners. We expect them to do more. In fact, we're expecting them to do more. How else do we prove that we are strong enough to get our freedom if we don't get all this rubbish from them and defeat them? In fact, we need to get more of the rubbish from them and then defeat them to prove that we are victorious. How else will you talk about victory without defeating something? You have to defeat something to get victory. And we need to defeat their worst side, their best side. So we expect them to bring their best side, and then we defeat them, and then we know that we defeated them very well. And that is what we are doing, and that is what we are going to continue to do. Thank you so much. I was discussing with Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, and then also we have Edith leaving us in the house, and we have been looking at the issues that concerns us all, and hopefully we're going to have them again, if not before, but latest by Friday we're going to have them. Definitely I'm going to get that sorted out, and then we're going to have them again here. We are going to be talking more about what concerns us together as a people, and of course as nations in the contraption, because the interest is about not just our nation, Biafra, but for all nations in the contraption. If we all are set free, if we all are saved, then the nations of the Africa, that are being stuck in the Africa dilemma will be saved also. So that is what we are doing. That is why we are looking forward to seeing that we redeem ourselves and then redeem the nations around us, and then we set Africa on the right path of freedom. Please, your last words, Edith, leaving us, your last words to Biafrans, what we want Biafrans to, in the next 1-2 minutes, just say something, your last words to them, and encourage Biafrans, or what you have in mind to tell them. Please go on. I know your network is bad here, but please, I know you can say something. If you can hear me, your network is very bad here, just one bar and red. So, but if you can hear me, just go on. Let's see if we can hear you out actually. Can you hear us? I know your network is bad. It's showing here very bad. If you can hear it, just go on. Talk to Biafrans. your last words, or your final words for today. It seems she's not hearing us. It seems she can't hear us anyway. So, Doctor, let's hear your final words to Biafrans.
All right. Thank you so much, Kelechi, for what you're doing. Programs like this is good because it helps Biafrans to come here and express their opinions. And I read some of the comments for some people, lack of knowledge. Even when we listen to our own Biafra spokesperson, Mazi Simon Eber, he still relates to Nigeria situations during his podcast. So you can say if Nigerian government kills Biafrans, you don't want to hear that word Nigeria. But they are the ones killing us. So how do you let the international world, whom this government has planted people all over the world, how do you let them know who is doing what? You have to call it by what it is. That does not stop the context. That does not stop the narrative. That does not change anything. So I think it's ignorance when people think that once you mention Nigeria, then that means you are not part of us. You must listen. What is the context? What is the person saying? And then how do you convey this message? Somebody like Kelechi, when you're doing a program, your program is not just for Biafrans, just for me. This program, people watch it. People all over the world watch that. It is our responsibility, our task, to let people all over the world to know the problems Biafrans are going through. How are you going to convince them and tell them what is going on if you don't tell them Nigerian government is the one that have given Miyetti Allah over 100 billion to stop killing people in Nigeria? How do you make that message known to the world? How do you let the world know that the Southeast governors are the one that has not come out to condemn the killings in Ihenacho, where over 120 people have been killed? But when the Biafrans try to protect themselves and respond to these invaders, these Boko Haram terrorists that are killing our people, when they react to defend themselves, the Nigerian government will send out the military and they will come and start burning houses and start killing people. How do you let the world know the difference between the two? So people should also know that it is very, very important that Biafra is non-negotiable. We have been begging, we have been marching, we have been telling the Nigerian government, let's call for a referendum, do the statistical analysis, and know how people feel. They refuse to do that. Then Kanu, that was speaking for most Biafrans, you went all the way to Kenya, arrest her without doing the proper procedure for renditioning somebody back to the country. And the same Nnamdi Kanu came to the country and has defeated you in almost 4 or 5 cases. And you're still holding him in DSS dungeon. You're not feeding him. You're not giving him his medications. What does that mean? What kind of country are you trying to create when you continue to perpetuate such evil among a certain people just because he came from a certain race? And you think by doing that, you're going to stop the agitation, you're going to stop people from talking about Biafra? That is not going to happen. So the choices are there. The choices have been there. The choices are very, very clear. And I keep telling people the last word, nobody has a monopoly of violence. When you want and you continue to perpetuate violence towards a certain people, it will come to a time when those people are going to react. And when they react, both sides are going to pay the price. So Nigerian government, I keep saying, you already know we are losing the Nigerian police, the Nigerian army. They are dying. They are killing them. Just the same way you are killing innocent Biafrans, innocent Nigerians. So if you refuse to sit down and talk with these people, it can only get worse because they're not going to back down and people are not going to fold their hands while invaders come in and kill them and take over their lands. Thank you so much, Biafrans.
Thank you very much for that last words. I don't know if we can still hear Edith leaving us. I don't know if she can hear us. Please, can you hear us so that we can hear your final words? Because your network is bad, so I don't know whether they can hear us. I think you can hear us now. So please go on. Your final words to Biafrans. No, 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 no. We can't hear you. We can't hear you from here. I think you are muted. Maybe you check if you are muted. So check if you are muted. Still not coming out. Still not coming out. Check the mic button. Oh, we can't hear you still. We can't hear you still. But however, we know that you have some things. At least we can just say that at least you want to tell Biafrans to carry on, to be strong, and also to face it and stand for freedom. We believe that your words will go along that narrative. So definitely, Biafrans have heard it, of course, from Doctor, and so we are certain to do whatever we have to do together. Thank you so much, Edith, leaving us, for being part of this and for your thoughts on this matter the matters we have talked about today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Ngozi, for your your perspective and how much you've been able to talk to everyone today. And we hope also to have more and more as we go on until we get our freedom. We appreciate you very well. We appreciate you, Edith. We appreciate you very well. We are happy to actually, if you can see the comments, people are excited and everything. So we're really happy. Yes. So thank you so much. And we say, enjoy the rest of your day. We know you are still in the afternoon over there. So enjoy let's allow you go back to work and do the thing. So Edith, thank you. Dr. Ngozi, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys very well. See you next time. At least by Friday, we're going to have you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Very good. Stay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Your face is just made today very bright. Thank you so much. All right then. All right then. Thank you so much. Dear friends, it was just a wonderful time, with Dr. and Edith. We are really grateful for their presence, for what actually the things they have said to us today. We want to appreciate them, and I know you appreciate them also. And of course, we have learned so much today. We have talked about so many things. So we're going to be looking at I just want to look at the messages. The messages are much. I don't know if I will be able to look at them very quickly. And then we now round up for the day. So let me see if I can actually look at our messages, from where we actually stopped initially. So let's see if we can go from there. And we have a message from, we're not Nigerians. Okay, we have talked about that. We have passed that side. So let me look at our messages quickly. We have Everest. Emedo, welcome our beautiful and smart Dr. Ngozi. Okay, when she just came in, you actually said something about that. We have Joseph Miller says, let us forgive her, and she made a mistake for saying our country, Nigeria. you guys are very interested, fear and selfless. Josephine referring, okay. Josephine, good to see you again. Of course, we have Emmanuel Frey saying, please, is she the same Ngozi that was competing for the Dragon Frame in one of fundraising? Yes, she is. So that is it. Emmanuel, good to see you here. We have Joseph Miller. Madam, please speak to us with Biafra English, please. Oh my God, our people, we are very interested. Joseph says, Gentleman Edo TV, what do you mean? Oh my mind. So some quarrels have happened here. Kelechi, tell this lady that we are no longer Nigerians. Madam Ego, when we please calm down. Calm down. Welcome our Biafra, Ms. Dr. Ngozi. Calm down. Let's be easy. Let's be easy with things. And Drak Liberation News says, greetings, great people. Thank you so much, Drak. Thank you. Joseph Miller says, Biafra English, please, madam. Which one is Biafra English? Do we have any English that is Biafra English? You guys are funny. Adosan says, but the powers that do not want us to develop because it will deprive them of the huge market where they dump their goods. Imagine how much the Western world will lose in their. They can't stop us. Now, whatever they want to do, that's their business. We don't care. We're going to get our freedom. Drug says, Joseph, are you out of your mind? Oh, my. What is going on here? What's going on here? So we have the message from Sunday Naji. God bless Biafrans. Thank you, Sunday. Let me go to the next. We have God bless Casey. Sunday says, thank you so much, Sunday. Sunday, God bless you too. Thank you, Sunday Naji. You have the surname of one of my cousins, anyways. Stella Uzuka says, we are not Nigerians, please. Yes, we are not Nigerians, but we have to use the narrative to explain to the world. That's why we say Nigeria, so that the world will understand what we are talking about. You know, they don't understand when you don't talk about Nigeria. So when you say Nigeria, they know what you are talking about because it is Nigeria they know. You know, Chinwe and Nwokedi. Thank you, Chinwe. It's been a while. Good to have you here. We are Biafrans, and we will not allow them the Fulanis to take an inch of our land. Yes, definitely we are Biafrans and will not allow them. And greetings, family. Ahaya, good to see you, Ahaya. It's been a while. Thank you so much. Clement says we are Biafrans. Thank you so much, Clem. Good, yes, we're Biafrans and we're not backing down on that. You know, we are Biafrans and certainly we are Biafrans, you know. And so we are not shaking on that. We are resolute on that and we're determined on that. So Margaret Jogore says, Megan Wing, please let us respect no matter what, please. Okay, talking about a reaction there. Of course, we are all together. Madam, you cannot convince us you are a typical Nigerian nonsense. No, I think Egon Wing, you are getting it wrong here. She's actually not saying we are Nigerians. She's only speaking on the narrative that the world knows. You know, when you talk Nigeria, they will understand, not meaning that we are Nigerians. Please get it in that perspective. Thank you so much. Joseph Miller says, Doctor has been in US for almost 52 years, so she confused a little bit. Joseph Miller, oh my, Lord have mercy. I think so, Joseph Miller. Okay, Joseph Miller, we can hear you. Stella Uzuka says, God bless Biafra. Yes, so God bless Biafra, and certainly God has blessed Biafra. Clement says, I'm a Biafran. Yes, we're all Biafrans. Nobody is disputing that. She also said it several times that we're Biafrans. Even Edith also mentioned it. We are talking about we are all Biafrans. That's why we're here. We're not here because we're Nigerians. We're not endorsing Nigeria. Just understand that it is in the context of explaining to the world. That was why she was using Nigeria. You know, for the world to understand what we are referring. You know, if not, you're not going to be able to actually tell the world what you mean. So, Madazaran says the powers that be will lose much, and some of their institutions of learning will crumble if our students stop traveling abroad to pursue their academics. They therefore do not want us to succeed. They can't stop us by their selfish. That is selfish, so that's why it's going to crumble, because it is selfish. They're actually doing all of this because of their selfish. Selfish things don't last, so definitely it won't last. Israel too says, Egon would think, can you take it easy with this lady? What's her offense already? Okay. I think she will understand. She got to understand. She didn't understand the perspective then. So by now she would have understood. Don Hitler. Don Hitler, I love you all. Hitler, oh my. So we have Hitler here. You know, just like we have Gaddafi. Margaret Jogwe, okay. I think you were referring to something there. And Margaret Jogwe clapping there and saying love there, okay? And so we have Maddie Peace. Maddie, it's been a while. Where have you been? This is where I am angry with you people. Mazi Namikano the great need not to be suffering. Okay, we are not. He's not going to suffer, because sometimes when you're going through, when you're fighting for something that is truthful, and when the forces of evil are around you, definitely some things happen. But we know he's going to come out strong. Mon Ronkin, so rocking. Okay, rocking. Men rocking. Okay, men rocking. That's not Mon. M-O-N. M-E-N. Okay, men rocking. Simon Ekpa, you are a great man. Yes, he is. Great man, and great man Chukwuki has made him. Chinwe Nwokedi, Dr. Ngozi, you're welcome. Okay, Chinwe Nwokedi, thank you. Egon, when last did this lady head Buhari speak to Nigerians in person? And she's talking about government. She's Ego, calm down. I have explained this anyway. I know that you have understood it now. You know, Aqua Ugo says, good evening, Mazi. Good evening, Kelechi and Dr. Ngozi, and to all Biafrans. Good evening to you too. Thank you, Aqua Ugo. Thank you, Stella Uzuka. Heartbroken because of the issue of, I think, that video or something that we played. You know, Aubrey's dishes, the slapping of that idiot, that man called himself Brekete. Human rights nonsense. Ordinary president. Who made him? He's now oh man, let me not say some stuff. Aubrey's issues heartbroken because of that video. Yes, heartbroken. Yes. Stella Uzuka, amen, 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 amen. Thank you, Stella Uzuka. Thank you for that. We have, I don't like hearing that name, Nigeria, using it to represent Biafra or Biafrans. Yes, we are not Nigeria. I hate that name too. But when we are on media, we have to say Nigeria so that the world will understand and what we're saying. Good day, so you understand me now. So it's not because we like using the name, but because on public discourse like this, you must use the name that the people understand all over the nations of the world. They know Nigeria. And so we have to say Nigeria so that they know who we are talking about and whom we are referring as evil. If you say zoo is evil, they may not understand. But when you say Nigeria is evil, they will understand. You understand it now. Joseph Miller. Well, thanks, madam, for saying Biafra will come next year. Okay. Okay. When she talked about Biafra next year. Okay. Joseph Miller. Good there. And we have to look at Nigeria government hates Biafra so much and will do everything to destroy Biafra. They can't destroy Biafra. Rather, they will be destroyed. Nigeria government will be destroyed. Chinwe Nwokedi, if they don't have the money, let them release in the period. They don't have the money, yet they are kicking in. That's how they have a program, but we will defeat them. Kelechi, I'm out of here. Will not share this Nigerian talk. God forbid. Not me and you. You never. Oh my God. Oh Lord have mercy. By using force, the government can only create more beasts and monsters that would consume it. Ooh la la. Yes, that is it. And that's what they are creating that will destroy them. Margaret Jagwe says, please, this woman, Dr. Ngozi, is our own. We must not forget respect. Okay, Margaret Jagwe trying to explain there, you know. And Josephine says Fulani is trying to induce a premature labor. They are pulling our legs. Fulani is playing every game they can play, but we are defeating them. You know, Samuel says, good day, Mazi, Kelechi. Thank you so much, Samuel. Good day to you also. And we have Samuel here. Thanks, my dear sister. God bless you. Good to have you. Thank you, Samuel. We have Josephine says, it's your fault. Finally, the barrister should tell his customers to stop torturing and to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Release him. But he will not do that because he has gotten his money. He doesn't have the mouth to say that. He has collected his own share. If your voice is saboteur, MP3 or MP3 Gaga TV. He is being well fed now in Abuja. What a shame. Yes, he's eating, and that is where he's going to stay. He cannot travel to the east again. Let him go there and let the spirit of Biafra deal with him. Mazio Onyemechi says, Mazi Amechi, not Onyemechi. Amechi, Nigeria only understands water music. That's why we're playing the music to them, for them to keep dancing. Margaret Jogwe says, please, Dr. Ngozi, don't be angry about those bad comments. Okay. We have Nna Patience upon. It's been a while, Nna Patience. Where have you been? Good evening, my brother. Well done with your good job. Keep it up. Biafrans are with you. Thank you so much, Nna Patience. Thank you, Stella Uzuka. Josephine, you're right. With your fault, please caution your Fulani government people. He cannot caution them. He has collected money. So you understand why he cannot caution them? Never. He can't. He has collected his money, and all he's got to do is go to look for hostels and hotels to build, and then also to look for chieftaincy title and all those stuff. You know, Chinwe Nwokedi says, my heart is broken when I heard that the DSS deny MNK food and medication, stating there is no money. As a mother, I'm hurting. The parents of MNK will be turning in their graves for for this injustice. You know, when I hear that people turn in their graves, sometimes it makes me laugh. But the truth about it is that it's so heartbreaking, and we are going to do something about it. Seriously, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Akaga and Faustina. Okay, Faustina. Okay, Akaga, Faustina. Dr. Bravo. All hail Biafra. Thank you, Faustina, for that. Ugude says, Basta Ejiofor might have masterminded that. He just wants to continue to punish our leader, surrender Biafra, but he can never succeed. Biafra must come. Directly or indirectly, they are all involved in this matter, because once they are part of the kidnapping and extraordinary rendition, they are part of every activity that happens to him, every bad thing they are doing to him. Aya says, bro, I'm in the zoo for vacation since 2 days now. Wow. Talking time is over. Since there's a language the zoo understand, I'm ready. I'm here to fight for my Biafra restoration. Good, my brother. Good. We like this kind of courageous, action. That's who we are, Biafrans. We are courageous. Good to have you, my brother. You know what next to do. So let's go on. Stella Uzuka says they see Biafra restoration as a big threat. That's why the government unleash killers to kill Biafrans. That's it. That's why they do what they do, because they want to actually suppress the whole thing. Chinwe Okede says it is the Southeast governors, politicians, Barrister Ejiofor, Ohaneze, wicked elders, and the DOS, defunct members of the DOS. They are not DOS, holding MNK in the custody. Yes, they are the ones holding him because they are the ones that sold him. The Nigerian government doesn't understand the language of peace. We shall give them water next year. Masi, Amechi, yes. And that is what we are said to give them. You know, we give them the water. And that's the language you understand. So simple. Stella, you're referring to, concurrent to what Dr. Ngozi was actually talking about then. Senior man, now hard question you asked the woman. So how can illegality give you legality? How can injustice offer you justice? Emmanuel Afre, it's a very critical question anyways. That's why what we are doing now, the dragon flag, is the only remedy, is the only legal thing to do. Because every other process you are engaging in is illegal. You can't engage illegality with illegality, you know, with legality and think you're going to end all of that. You can't do that. You can't be illegal on illegal. You have to be legal on illegal. When illegality rests its head, you use legality to deal with it. So we cannot be telling them to give us referendum when we know they are illegal. You are telling the illegality to give you what is legal. It's not possible because they are illegal. They can't give you anything that's legal. You know, Dinah Ogunbiade says now that they can't offer to feed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they should release him to his family and people, for he committed no offense. Self-determination is not an offense anywhere in the world. They don't know that because they are not human beings. They are less than animals. So Stella Uzuka, Nnamdi Kanu's kidnapping case and injustice have shown the world how terrible Nigeria is. The world, right from time, know how terrible Nigeria is. That is why when you go with your passport, they don't respect it. They already know. So these kinds of things don't surprise them. They already know. So, can we obtain the fraudulent expired amalgamation document and present it to UN for? All these things have been presented a long time ago. They have it. They have many of it. My brother Clement. They have many of it. So don't, they have many of it. So that will not even shake them. Udu. So Uloke, we should do something to put the fear of the Biafran in the hearts of the people. Yes, and that's what we're doing. That's why when we say sit at home, everybody should sit at home, because we have to put that fear in them. So we have Mazi Amechi. He says, we can't hear you, Mazi. Okay, that was maybe then when I was off. So we have Chinwe. Okay, he says the voice is not coming out. Okay, when that issue of the voice was breaking, the man is not coming out clear. Okay, when Amechi, Onyekachi, sorry, was talking. We're talking of referendum anymore. We are talking of referendum. Blessing Chuku, you are trying to say we're not talking of referendum anymore, and that's true. We're not talking about referendum anymore. We have Stella Uzuka here. We are not hearing anything, please. Faustina says that refresh. Okay, I think we have issue of the voice cracking there. Okay, we have so many messages on that. Okay, let me go to the part where we don't have that issue. We have okay, let's go to Chinwe. After that, the whole of the issue of refresh, the voice is cracking. Let's go to the next. That is the Chinwe. Okay, he says, I believe this man has a point to make, but the voice is cracking. Okay, so we still have that there. So let's go to the next. Let's go to Luis Peter. Luis Peter says, and we can barely hear. Okay, it's still the issue of the network. So let me go far to see if I can get the next message that has nothing to do with that. And Luis Peters, we can barely. Oh my, I still did that. Okay, let's go to Clement. Clement, I think Clement missed something, said something else. What on earth does Brekete care about Igbo land? Why is he concerned about the Southeast? Why? Clement is because they have paid him to cause a distraction, and because they think that when they use somebody like that to talk to Finland, maybe Finland will respect, because he calls himself the people's president or the ordinary president. So that narrative is they want to use it as a selling point. So it didn't work. Tijani Micah says Brekete is a scammer. He's only hiding under being human rights activist, scamming gullible Nigeria. Brekete is a scammer. That does not want his scamming business in Nigeria to be truncated. That's it. Everyone who is fighting for one Nigeria don't want to actually have anything truncated. That's what they're trying to do. So no, say no to Brekete is something. He's not relevant. Anyways, we just have to deal with his trash and move on. From today, no more talking about him because he's irrelevant. Alenora Okoro. Alenora, good to have you here. It's a long time I saw you here, just once or twice. I've not seen you again. So good to see you here today. I hope I'll be seeing you always now. You know, Alenora, so he's the animal I saw hitting a woman a few years ago, and I blocked the channel. That's the animal. That's the animal, Alenora. The way he was talking to a man who doesn't know who he is over the phone, I just hissed. Honestly, he's just he's just a wild beast. You know, he doesn't have sense. Obi Biafra, Team Biafra says, Chisike Biko, Biafra must come. Ada Biafra, watching from Chicago. Ada Biafra, good to have you, Ada Biafra. Thank you so much, all the way from Chicago. Stella Uzuka says, very arrogant man, Brekete. And that's what he is, very arrogant man. You know, Brekete is a joke, you know, from, Brekete is a joke from, you know, Aubrey's Dishes, a drama charlatan. Yeah, that's what he is. He just, you know, putting some stunts, you know. Margaret Jogwer says, yes, that was real. I watched it. Very real. That's it. It was very real. You know, it's still breaking. Okay, talking about the network signal from Aubrey's Dishes. We have and Bracket is a very dubious scammer. Tijani Michael. Poor Nigerians fall for his scam easily. Yes, it is the poor. These programs are always for the poor, so that because the poor will always fall, because they know the poor reason with their emotion rather than their sense, and because they're looking for something to put in the belly. So they use that as a weapon. Mayan says, I hope you all know what the lady slapped was accused of. Please, Mayan, will you tell us of what she's accused of? So if they slap you there like that because you are, well, make me understand so that I know what you are trying to say here, whether the slapping is okay because she was accused of something or something. So tell us, Mayan, what the lady was accused of, so that we will know what justifies that kind of slap, and the other guy too that was slapped. What justifies? Those are the ones that were just captured. There are many of them, so many slappings and beatings. So Mayan, tell us what the lady did that justifies that kind of public embarrassment and disgrace. And the slap was unawares. She was just sitting, not knowing that something was coming. He just gave it to her and broke her phone in the process. He wanted it to enter very well. So he didn't let her know he wanted to slap her. That's how wicked that man is. If you watch his body language at that point in time, you know that he's evil. Esther Chijum says, greetings, my son. I hope I am following you today. You are here today. Good to see you. I think I actually sent you the link also. He's an abuser. Need to be called to order. Who will call him order? Those ones who gave him the opportunity, gave him that opportunity to continue that narrative. So they can't call him to order. You know, I wish you could hear this caller. You know, Obi Biafra. I just saw to your page and will share it too. Thank you so much, Obi. Okay, Obi, not Obi. Obi Biafra. You know, thank you for subscribing, and please share. Thank you. Ma Gloria Matthias. Miriam, please, what did she do? Let's ask Miriam. Is it Miriam or Mayan? I saw Mayan. Let her tell us what she did and why that justifies that kind of slap. You know, he's so disrespectful and disgusting. He puts his hands on people. He's polarized and aggressive. Yes, he is. Alenora Okoro, that's what he is. And we know such kinds of people. You know, they are evil. They belong to cults. Tijani Michael, this is the time every Biafran needs to rally around Mazi Samanepa. Defend him at all levels on any platform. That's it, my brother. Correct, Tijani. Thank you so much. Omuka Tony, good evening, Mazi Kelechi. All hail Biafra. Yes, so thank you so much, Omuka. There are so many messages here. There's so many messages. I'll not be able to go through all of them. If I do, our time here will be, there's so many messages, you know, on here. So I can't read all now. You know, it's so many. So let me just stop here. Yeah, the messages are many because of time. We already have 3 hours, almost 3 hours here. So we cannot actually take more. We hope to have more time. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Biafra time, we're going to be here live, and join us on the Nugget Conference. Tomorrow is also an interactive segment. You can come in. If you want to come in, we'll bring you in. We also discuss. We're going to have Pastor Victor here too, the man who actually experienced the war. He's going to be here to give us his perspective to everything also. And together we're going to be talking. Okay, talking about it and the petition. yeah, you can sign the petition. If you don't know how to sign the petition, just open the link and follow the truth about it is that petition don't even do anything. That's the truth. We have been signing petition for how long now? We've been signing. So don't worry, petition will not stop anything. Petition will help also. It's good. I'm not saying nobody should sign petition, but let me tell you, we are taking Biafra, petition or no petition. If they like, they call us terrorists. Then if they like, the people who are calling us terrorists are those who are the Nigerian scammers. Do you hear any of the international do you hear Finland say anything? Not saying anything because they know that this man is on track. Do you hear reasonable government say anything? Nobody's saying anything because they know we are on track. It is only the criminals that are making all of this noise. So why should we be even, to me, I don't even think we should even sign any petition. They should not make us begin to take actions. Let them sign their petition. People are seeing what we're doing on social media. They know that we're talking about freedom. So nobody is cajoled in this matter. Nobody is deceived. They know what is happening. Forget about all these guys. They don't have anything to do. Have they written petition about the food blockade? Have they written petition about Boko Haram cutting people's necks? Have they written petition about what happened in Enugu? Have they written petition about the bombardment of Olu and other places where the military came to bombard? They can't write because they know what they are doing. They are jobless. So please, let's ignore these guys. Let's focus. They should not force us to start talking about petition. We don't need petition. We just go straight and get our Biafra. We're already counting down. So let's not bother ourselves about petition or no petition. But you can sign it. I'm not saying you shouldn't sign it. Just go there, follow the prompt and follow the direction and sign. But to us, we know that we are getting Biafra, petition or no petition. Let them write to anybody in the world. It won't stop Biafra. It won't stop us from saying Biafra. It won't stop us from taking action. It won't stop us from doing what we have to do. Prince Joe says, check out Elon Musk tweet today. If anyone can locate his position real time, he will order the unsuspension of any suspended account. We can try that. He's been sleeping at Twitter headquarters lately. Elon Musk, they will soon they're going to unlock that stuff. They're going to unsuspension that stuff. So let's just hope and believe that it comes. So all of you, just be strong and just know that nothing is spoiled. Nothing spoiled. Like I put them the way we put them. Nothing spoiled. We are all together and we're going to get this thing together. Thank you so much, all. I appreciate your messages. Please, as Alonera have said, please click like this video. It is important you like the video. When you like the video, when people see the likes, they want to watch to know what is in it, because when they know that many people like this video, they know that something must be inside that make the people like it. And the preachings we're doing, the narratives and the the submissions you are making are very important for people to know. So please like the video, share on all your social media platforms, and then also subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. Remember, I always tell us, to dominate the media, we must get ourselves on ground. It is only when you spread this kind of messages that we can actually take over the media. That is the only way we can dominate the media, because all these narratives of lies, if we want to counter it, let's dominate the media. That is why you have to subscribe to this channel, you have to like the video, you have to share on all social media platforms. So please, very, very important, please, let's do this. Thank you so much, Louis Peters. I appreciate you all, and I keep doing the job as Chukwokike helps me to do. And please, let's all do this. It's important. Let's share, let's like, let's subscribe, so that we can dominate the media at all times, so that when we are preaching like this, we're going to have more people coming to hear the gospel, and then we're going to have more people converted to what we're doing. It is very, very important. Very, very important. If they don't hear us, how would they be converted? So when we castigate them for not doing the right thing, we need to also send the right thing to them, for them to listen to the right thing, so that they can actually do the right thing. Just going to get Elon Musk tweets and post it here. Prince Joe, I'm going to go check it later. I'm going to go check that Elon Musk tweet and check what he wrote there. I don't know. I'm going to check it later. So, of course, I follow him on Twitter. So let me see what he has posted, so that we know what is going on there. So I want to appreciate you all. I say thank you all. I appreciate you all. I thank you all for being part of this program. I say that Chukwokike bless you all, and I pray that you keep all of you keep praying for us that are working, bringing our faces out to do this work. That Chukwokike will keep protecting us and keep giving us strength. Pray for Mazi Samanepa, that Chukwu should protect him, and and give him strength as much as he is strong-willed to this effect. Pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that God will preserve his health and he will come out without any kind of illness, any kind of sickness or disease. He was going to come out strong. Well done, Kelechi. We will not take our eyes off the ball, and it is Biafra. Thank you so much, the square B. You know, thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you too. God bless you all. I appreciate you all. I thank you all. May Chukwu bless you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And good evening from here. God bless you real good. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Biafra time. It's going to be explosive here. Come here live. 4 p.m. Write it down somewhere. 4 p.m. Biafra time. We're going to open the lines. You can call in, ask questions, make your contributions, air your views, and all of that. 4 p.m. Biafra time. Nugget conference. It is a conference for us all. We are going to air our views. And also, we're going to have Pastor Victor here. He's going to be speaking very critical things that you will hear tomorrow, and you will be amazed. Watch out for 4 p.m. tomorrow, Biafra time. God bless you, really good. Stay safe, stay focused, put your eyes on the ball, support ESN, support the Alliance, support Mazi Samanekpa, support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and let us be free, because we must be free. Thank you all. I love you all. God loves you most, and God bless you, really good.